All right, let's get settled in. We ready to crown the champion for the 27th annual Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program. So I want to welcome all the schools. All right. Before we get started, I always like to do a roll call to see which students or which schools are the most excited for being here today. So when I call your school name, I want to see how loud you guys can get. Are you guys ready? No, you guys are not ready. Let me ask it again. Are you guys ready? All right, that's what I like to hear. All right, let's see who's loud. Let's see who's the most excited to be here today. It's Annunciation School here. I like that. How about Dr. Roland Patterson, IS 229? How about Exploration and Discovery, MS 224? Oh, we're missing somebody. How about the Harriet Tubman Charter School? Are you guys here today from the Bronx? How about the KIPP or Middle School? All right, I love it. The Mary McLeod Bethune Academy 394K, are you here? All right. The Patricia Adjuchano School, are you here? Woo, that hurt my ears. I love it. PSMS 5, are you here? All right, good job. PSMS 108, School of Authors, are you here? Oh, they're late. School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology up through the Arts, IS 318, are you here? That's it. The Sheila Mitchell School, PSMS 95, are you here? Oh, they're late. South Bronx Academy for Applied Media, MS 29, are you here? Not bad. William Niles, our last year champions, Middle School 118, are you here? All right, you don't get a chance to defend your championship, but good to see you guys here. All right, now save the championship teams for last. These are the finalists for this year's competition. So when I call your school, I want you guys to stand up, make some noise. Our 7th grade finalists for the 7th grade prosecution team, MS 180, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. All right. They're going to be going against the defense team from MS 35, Stephen Decatur Middle School. Are you here? I love it. 8th grade competition. All right, we got the prosecution team from the Good Shepherd School. Are you here? Whoa! What about the defense team from the Epiphany School? Are you here? Oh! We are going to have a strong competition today. I can see it. The kids are excited. But before we get started, as we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Justice Elizabeth Taylor. Where's Justice Elizabeth Taylor? We all owe her a standing ovation. Is she here? Where's Judge Taylor? Judge Taylor, come to the front. She's so short, we think she's in middle school. Come up to the front for a second. All right, this is really our 28th year doing the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program. And except for the COVID year, every year this program has been organized, has been administered by our own Justice Elizabeth Taylor. Can we please give her a standing ovation? No, can we give her a standing ovation? All right, believe me, she deserved this standing ovation. Without her, we would not be in our 27th, we would not be celebrating the 27th anniversary. So congratulations, Judge Taylor. You do a phenomenal job, and we look forward to you in the future as well. Great job, Judge Taylor. Okay. I know we got to get an early start, so I'm going to jump right to our speakers. As I go through the program, I'm going to start introducing some people as well as some of our sponsors that we really could not make this happen. And just so you guys know, the primary purpose of the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program is really to provide a positive introduction to our judicial system, that third branch of government that's so important for all our middle school and young students, and hopefully keep them on the right career path and encourage students to stay in school. With that being said, one of our biggest sponsors is the Bronx Bar Association, who has really taken the mock trial program under its wing. And we do have the president of the Bronx Bar Association here, although I do not see him in the audience yet, is the president, Sergio Villaverde. Is he present yet? He's not here yet? Okay, so we'll skip him. His loss. All right. That kind of threw me off. He was begging to speak. Now, we do have an alumni of our program who is now a coach. Believe it or not, he participated in the program in 1999. His picture was featured in the local newspaper as one of the participant and outstanding attorneys. He's going to say some encouraging word. I'm going to welcome Edward Strada, a 1999 participant, currently a coach at the KIPP School, who has always been committed to this program. One of your alumni, great attorneys for the city of New York, Edward.
Thank you. You hear me? I'm on. Good afternoon. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you for your participation in Thurgood Marshall mock trial competition. My name is Edward Estrada, and 26 years ago, I was a student participant in this competition. It is because of this competition that today I am an employment law attorney for a well-established labor and employment law firm in New York City. I hope that my story encourages all of you to continue to participate in this competition as students, coaches, judges, volunteers, and sponsors. I was born and raised in the South Bronx. I am a child of immigrants who was raised by a single mother on welfare and in the projects. 26 years ago, my mock trial coach, the Honorable Sally Manzanet Daniels, who was also born and raised in the South Bronx, was the first attorney I ever met in my life. Through this competition, she made me believe that I could do anything that I wanted, and that someone who came from the neighborhood that I came from and who looked the way I looked could become an attorney. Teachers and coaches, through this competition, you have the power to inspire your students and future students to pursue their dreams. This program is why I'm here today. It's why I became an attorney. To all the sponsors, I am a testament to the success of this competition. Please continue to generously support it so that others like me can also dream bigger than they ever thought they could. To all the students, it doesn't matter whether you won or lost in this competition. Through this competition, you have acquired the skills, courage, and work ethic to succeed in any career that you choose. Use what you learned in this competition to accomplish your dreams. Stay in touch with your coaches. Allow them to mentor you. Allow them to help you accomplish your goals so that one day you can return to the competition as a volunteer, a coach, or maybe even a judge to encourage and inspire students like you to pursue their dreams as well. Thank you.
All right. It was a true example of a student from the South Bronx following his dreams that took him through law school and now has made him a fantastic attorney. So thank you, Edward, for being a role model for all the students in this program. I must say that I'm a little remiss. I forgot to do an introduction because none of this would be possible for a couple of people who are in this room. Our first is the administrative judge of the Bronx County Supreme Court civil term, the Honorable Joseph Capella. 'Cause On the criminal side, who is not able to make it here today, he has a jury that's out. He's the administrative judge for the Bronx Supreme Court civil term, the Honorable Alvin Yearwood. And although he's late, and when he was an attorney appearing before me, he was always late to my part, is the president of the Bronx Bar, Sergio Villaverde. Come on up, Sergio, and say a couple of words and welcome to Pride. I mentioned how important the Bronx Bar Association has been for this program. We want to continue to thank the Bronx Bar Association, who has really taken this program to another level. Mr. Villaverde.
Thank you, Justice McShann. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes, everybody. Welcome to Bronx. For those of us not from the Bronx, on behalf of the Bronx County Bar Association, I wish to congratulate all of our participants, all of the coaches, all of the staff. I had the honor of being a coach. I've been a coach, I think, almost since the first or second year when Judge McShann was still Court Attorney McShann many, many moons ago. And this is a special program. And all the participants, you should all be very proud of yourselves for what you do. You guys are awesome. I've had the chance to coach you. I've had the chance to judge you. And I'll tell you, as an attorney, it's a little scary because you guys are really, really good. So please take pride in what you do. And I thank Judge McShann and Justice Taylor and their staff for all the great work that you guys do. So on behalf of the Bronx County Bar Association, congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you, Justice McShann.
Thank you. Yeah, I did forget to mention, Mr. Villaverde has coached us in the past. He's coached many years with the program. He's also been a judge for the program. So thank you again, Mr. Villaverde. All right, I mentioned earlier that Judge Taylor has done so much for the program, but I'll be remiss without mentioning our board members. As judges, we can't raise money, we can't do things like that. So we do depend on our board members, who I believe deserves a huge, huge shout out. So as I call the board members who I see, some I don't see yet, I'm going to ask them to stand and get some recognition that they deserve. If I don't see one of the board members, please flag me and I will make sure I say hello. Let me start with Peter Ridge, the Honorable Stephen Kaufman, Kananda Murray, the Honorable Kananda Murray. She's so short you can't really see her. She's over there somewhere. Lucille Barbados, is she here yet? Alan Freeberg, I know he might not be able to make it. And the Honorable Stanley Schlein. When I say the work that those guys put in, that board put in, I mean, it's incredible. Each year they raise so much money for us that we can help make sure the students enjoy their experience and also receive some generous prizes that everyone will receive some kind of prize at the end of the program. So one more time for our board. Okay. We have some very important people here today that we're going to come say some inspirational words. I'm going to start off with our Chief Administrative Judge for the state of New York, the Honorable Joseph A. Zayas. Come on up. Don't be shy. I don't know any shy judges.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Really appreciate the opportunity to make some remarks. I didn't know what to expect today, but I see all of you ready to be great lawyers and to be great litigators in our courtroom. So I'm very excited about that. Thank you, Judge Taylor, for asking me to do this. We've heard a lot about this in the court system, and we are totally behind it. So excited that you're doing that. We want students like you coming into our courthouses, and we want judges like us going into your schoolhouses. AJ Capella, thank you for the great job you're doing leading this court, and I hope that this you find. I know some of you have been doing this for a while, but that you find the experience rewarding and useful. I grew up in the city of New York in the Frederick Douglass housing projects. And I wish that I too had an opportunity like this to come into a courthouse and actually play the role of a lawyer or a judge or even a witness. So I'm very excited about this. I look forward to hearing you in the courtroom today, and good luck with the program, everyone.
Thank you, Judge Zayas. All right, as we go along, I'll still like to thank some other people that are important. So you guys know, for those who are not familiar with the mock trial program, we have coaches who are licensed attorneys who agree to go to the schools at least once a week, starting in late December or early January. So the coaches are the lifeblood of our program. If I have all the coaches, any coaches in here, can you please stand up? All the coaches. I don't have time. I don't have time to read all the names, but believe me, the commitment that these coaches share with these students is incredible. Thank you, coaches, for your dedication. I can't forget the teachers. All the teachers, please stand. All the teachers. You deserve a biggest round of applause. The work that you do for our students, we thank you. We bow to you. Thank you to all the teachers. All right. Are you guys still excited? I don't hear you. Let me ask it again. Are you guys still excited? All right. Our next speaker is the Deputy Chief Administrative Judge for the City of New York, the Honorable Adam Silvera. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. Hello. Hey, everyone. Well, welcome to the Bronx Courthouse. So I'm going to cut to the chase. Since I'm from the streets of the Lower East Side, I just tell it like it is. We are so excited for you to be here. I want to thank Judge Taylor, Judge McShann. A little shout out, who doesn't like to have a big fuss, our phenomenal, outstanding, extraordinary Chief Judge of the State of New York, the Honorable Rowan Wilson. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little nervous because I'm on the same team of judges with him. So, but anyway, our courts today, and I just so want the next generation to understand this. Our courts today doesn't just only decide who wins or who loses. But let me share you something important with you. Our courts are actually problem solvers. Instead of asking which party is right, we want to focus on asking what result will best help the people involved. And let me give you examples. When families are struggling with serious challenges, we connect them with counseling and support. If somebody has addiction problems, we help them get treatment and recovery instead of just punishing. When young people, nobody in this audience, but when young people are on the wrong side of the tracks, they make mistakes, we help them get back on the right side of the tracks. Courts should make people's lives better. Not only are we just handing out consequences, but we should make the communities better. Every person who comes to our court is a person, is a human being with their own story and struggles. It's about helping people solve real problems that brought them in front of us. Today, you'll see justice, how it really works in practice. You'll see it's about understanding people as individuals, understanding the credibility of witnesses, and coming to the right and just decision. And nothing would make us prouder today if you became the next lawyer, the next judge, the next court officer, court interpreter, clerk. There are a lot of incredible, hardworking jobs in this court system, and we need you. So nothing would make me prouder than if 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, you tap me on the shoulder and you said, I remember you at my 8th grade, 7th grade mock trial, and I'm a lawyer. So good luck, and let's have some fun.
All right, thank you, Judge Samara. Thanks so much. All right, we're getting close to that time. Another group of people who helped make this program such a success are the judges who actually judge the competition. I can't thank all the judges enough about all the time that you guys have committed. I know you guys have busy schedules. I know you got trials and juries. I understand it. So can I have all the judges who judged in the competition this year, all the judges, dancing jury, sit down, stand up. All the judges, let's stand up. Judge Frischman. A lot of judges are not here yet, but the sense of realism the judges bring to our program is incredible. We really thank you for that. Thank you guys very much, and we'll be calling on you next year as well. All right, our next speaker, and it's truly an honor to have here today, is the Chief Judge of the New York State Court of Appeals. He's everybody's boss in the court system, the Honorable Rowan D. Wilson. Let's give him a big round of applause. I want to thank him for showing up. Let's give a standing ovation for our Chief Judge of the state of New York.
Good afternoon, everybody. Have a seat. I'm going to be brief. I just have a couple things to tell you. One thing is, it was more than 50 years ago when I was in middle school, and y'all are way ahead of me. I went to a big public school in California. I never would have done anything voluntarily to talk in front of anyone in 7th grade or in 8th grade or even in 9th grade. But in 10th grade, it's a story that is, oh, no, I think it's just, there we go. This one? Okay. In 10th grade, there's too long a story, but I ended up joining the speech and debate team and then doing all kinds of public speaking events through high school and into college. And the reason I am where I am today, everything I have done before, is because I became comfortable in speaking in front of people. Whether you become a lawyer or a judge or whatever you do in life, what you are doing now is going to serve you very, very well. You can be a doctor, you can be a firefighter, whatever it is you do, what this trains you to do is to be a leader. And that is what we need from all of you. I have to really congratulate all of you for doing what you're doing, but this isn't the end. You are just starting. You need to keep doing what you're doing because you will just get better and better at it. Whatever path your career ends up taking, this experience you'll look back on as something that was extraordinarily important to you in your development. There's one other little story I'm going to tell you about the man who's on the front of these plaques here, Justice Thurgood Marshall. Before he was a judge, he was general counsel of the NAACP, and he argued a case in front of my court, now long before I was born. The case was about whether Stuyvesant Town and Peter Cooper Village, the restrictive racial covenants in there could be enforced so that African Americans couldn't live there. He argued that case in front of my court, and my court, in a 4-3 decision, said African Americans could be excluded. So what did he and the NAACP do? When the judge who cast the deciding vote came up for election, they lobbied against him, they generated a very successful campaign, and he didn't get elected to the court. So don't forget, in addition to what you're doing within the law, there are things you can do in the community as activists to advance the cause of justice. So thank you all for being here and for listening to me. Congratulations to everybody. It's just wonderful that you're doing this.
Thank you, Chief Judge. One more time for the Chief Judge. All right. We're getting close to that time. I do need to give a big shout out to some of our sponsors. You guys don't know how much it takes to put this program on. Wait till you see some of the prizes that I'm going to announce a little later. And I want to give a big shout out to many of our sponsors. If you take a look at our journal, we do, at our program, we do have a list of some of our major sponsors. I want to start with Vito Canavo of Sullivan, Papane, Block, McManus, Cabanas, and Canavo. Please stand. Let's give you some recognition. Tom Moore and Judith Levinson of Kramer, Dilla, Livingston, and Moore. Can you please stand? Peter Ridge, I know you guys always do a great job. Thank you. Stephen Kaufman, thank you for all your donations. Stanley Slime, I just saw Stanley walk in. He's one of our board members. He's phenomenal at getting people to donate to the program. Where's Stanley? Stanley, please stand. Stanley Slime, everybody. Dr. Sandy Case, who is our sponsor of the Kenneth Case Memorial Scholarship. So at the end of the program, I'm going to be announcing the best advocates for the 7th grade and the 8th grade. And through the Kenneth Case Memorial Scholarship, those students will win a scholarship in the amount of $3,700 that they will receive once they enter the college or they enter the military. Dr. Sandy Case is not here today, but let's give her a round of applause. She's also a big board member for us. All right, I know time is running short, so I have 2 questions. The first question is for the 7th graders. 7th graders, are you listening right now? Let me ask the question again. 7th graders, are you listening right now? All right, here's my question, and I want you to think about it. Is Chris Rouse going home or is he going to jail? Whoa. All right. It's going to be a great competition. That 7th grade competition is going to be a great competition. My 8th graders. What are my 8th graders? 8th graders in the house? Are the 8th graders in the house? All right. I got a similar question for the 8th graders. Is Danny Smith going home or is Danny Smith going to jail? Woo! This is going to be tough competition. I would hate to be the judge that have to decide these cases, but you guys have done a phenomenal job this year. I got a chance to observe some of the competition, and I'm really looking forward to this final competition. With that being said, we do want to get started. After the competition, everybody comes back to the rotunda. We're going to announce some awards. We're going to give out some awards for the best witnesses. We're going to give out the best advocate awards. And then we're going to announce the championship teams. So when you're done with the competition, everybody comes back down here. We do have lunch. Lunch will be served once you come back down. So I know you guys are a little hungry now, so we're going to hold off for lunch a little later.
All rise. All those having business before the inspection in the story section of the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial competition held in and for Bronx County give you attendance and join in, you should be heard. Part 18 is now in session. In the case of the people of the state of New York versus Chris Ross, the Honorable Joseph A. Zayas, Joseph Capella, and Raymond L. Bruce presiding. Take your seat and come to order. Officer Civitan.
Prosecution, please state your appearances.
My name is Sophia Lambert.
My name is Keely Perez.
Good afternoon, my name is Geneva Jones, and we are the people of the state of New York.
Defense, please state your appearances.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Heather Matisse. Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Jayla McLean. Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Shabir Page.
Before we get started, I just want to say a few words before we begin. I want to welcome you all to the Bronx Hall to the New York State Supreme Court civil term. This is a criminal court proceeding. My name is Crystal Sprigg, and I'm going to be your coordinator, along with Elba. Hi, Elba. Just a few reminders. I want to tell everybody to please turn off your cell phones. There will be no talking at this point. The coaches shall not be coaching any of the students at this point. I want to welcome you all for getting this far. You know what that means? It means you have beat out a lot of your competition. Congratulations for being here. So just to give you a few reminders, a verdict does not determine, like we already know, who advances. It does not determine who advances. Your determination of who wins will be solely based on performance. We have a jury, so you know when you come up, make sure that you acknowledge the jurors in the box. Okay, like I said, all conversation at this point must cease. I want to remind you all to speak up in a loud and clear voice because this is a fast courtroom, and if you talk low, you will get lost. The sound of your voice will get lost in the row. So I want to remind you also that there are 3 minutes for opening statements, 5 minutes for direct examination, 3 minutes for cross-examination, and 3 minutes for closing arguments. If you speak too low, we will hold up a speak up sign. If you speak too quickly, we will hold up the slow down sign. When you have 30 seconds remaining on the clock, we will hold up the 30-second sign. And when your time is up, we will hold up the time sign. If you are in the middle of your conversation or your thought, you can complete your thought, but at that point, you must return to your seats. Everybody understand? Okay, I would like for you all to show camaraderie and sportsmanship and just give each other a bump, just to acknowledge each other. And then we will begin. All right. I wish you all well. Congratulations and good luck.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, I just want to make sure I have all of your names. And I want them to be in the order in which you're sitting. So Kaylee Perez, so that's you, okay. And Sophia Lambert and Geneva Estefan. I'm sure, please forgive me if I mispronounced it. Okay, and then Helen Ortiz Heaven Ortiz, excuse me, that's you. And then Jayla McLean, okay, and Shava Payne, okay, great. Thank you very much. So let me address the jurors. Can I get the attention of the jurors at this point? During the trial, it will be the responsibilities of the prosecutors, those sitting at this table here, to present the evidence on behalf of the people of the state of New York. The defendant, Chris Roche, who you see sitting here, is represented by defense attorneys Heaven Ortiz, Jayla McLean, and Shava Page. The people of the state of New York are represented by Kaylee Perez, Sophia Lambert, and Geneva Estefan. The defendant is charged with the crime of murder in the second degree, which the prosecution claims occurred on June 15th. There are 3 basic rules regarding a criminal case that you must keep in mind. First, the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. The charges against the defendant are accusations and nothing more. Second, the burden of proof is on the people. Anytime you hear me say the people, I'm talking about the people of the state of New York, which is another way of saying the prosecution, the lawyers sitting at that table. So that's their burden. The defendant, on the other hand, has no burden to prove his innocence. Third, the people must prove the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It will be your duty as the jurors to find from the evidence what the facts are. You and you alone are the judges of the facts. You will then have to apply those facts to the law as I will give it to you. The trial will now begin. I now recognize the prosecution.
Pattern, plan, prepare. Pattern. You will see that today, Christina Roche has a pattern of violent behavior and selfish decisions. Christina Roche and Robin Jones had an argument a week before about money, the same thing they argued about on the night of the incident, June 15. How come? Plan. Christina Roche had a plan to kill Robin Jones. Christina knew Jones had a likelihood of being at the Red Apple Tavern. She knew if anything happened between them, she wouldn't win any fights, as Jones was 6'2" and 195 pounds, while Christina stands at 5'6" at 150 pounds. And while Christina walked out of the Red Apple Tavern, it took 5 to 6 minutes later for Jones to leave as well. Doesn't that give Chris some time to get away from the Red Apple Tavern? Prepared. Christina was prepared to kill Robin Jones. Christina walked in the Red Apple Tavern with a loaded and illegal gun. Yes, Christina has stated that this area gets a little dangerous at night, but why would she walk into the Red Apple Tavern with a loaded gun? And knowing she had a few drinks as well, did she also have the gun when she was at work? She knew what she was doing. She knew. Good afternoon, Your Honor, opposing counsel, and to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Kaylee Perez, and I'm here alongside with my co-counsel, Geneva Jones and Sophia Lambert. We represent the great people of the state of New York. You just heard our 3 Ps. Pattern, planned, and prepared. These 3 Ps will prove our case, helping us prove that Christina Roche is guilty of second-degree murder beyond a reasonable doubt. On June 15, 2024, the defendant, Christina Roche, walked into the Red Apple Tavern after cashing in her paycheck. But that wasn't the only thing in her pocket. She also carried a loaded gun. She knew Robin Jones would be there, as she's always a regular. They both had a couple of drinks, then an argument broke out, but the bartender broke it up. A few minutes later, Chris left the Red Apple Tavern. 5 to 6 minutes later, Jones followed. They kept arguing outside, then bang! A shot rang out, and Jones fell, taking her last breath. A few people from the Red Apple Tavern ran out, where they saw Christina Roche standing over Jones' dead body. Then Christina ran, but a few people ran after her and caught her and held her down, waiting for the police to come. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today, please listen to our 3 witnesses carefully. Freddie Martin, who was only reading her newspaper on her porch. Terry Felton, who was at the bar on the day of the incident. And Sam Connor, the police officer who went to the scene of the shooting. You'll hear defense say, saying Chris did it out of self-defense. But self-defense is where you put the same amount of force on another person. Jones did not put the same amount of person on Christina like Christina did. Proving defense is not justified in this case. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kaylee Perez. The defense wish to make an opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. 2 words, Your Honor. Self-defense. Imagine, you just got paid. You're excited, so you go to your favorite neighborhood bar. But then you see the person that always picks fights with you there. So you leave, trying to avoid the conflict. But the conflict follows after you. As you're walking down the street, that person tries to pick a fight with you. And then they lunge at you with a knife. So what do? Self-defense. Good afternoon, Your Honor and members of the courtroom. My name is Heaven Ortiz and my colleagues are Shavay Page and Jayla McLean. And we will be representing the defendant, Chris Roche. And you will be hearing testimony from A.C. Taylor, Hat Williams, and the defendant, Chris Roche. Pat Williams knows both Chris Rosh and Robin Jones. She is familiar with both of their reputations. Pat Williams and others around the neighborhood know Chris Rosh as a sweet and heartfelt person who wouldn't hurt a fly, whereas Jones' reputation is as of a bully who goes around picking fights with people, especially when she's drinking. A week before June 15, 2024, they had an altercation over money. Before Jones left, she grabbed Chris's arm and said, "I won't forget about this." On June 15, 2024, they had another altercation. People at the bar broke it up, and shortly after, Rosh left. Following after her was Jones. A.C. Taylor was also present, Your Honor. She had been walking down the street when she saw two people arguing, but she could not hear what they were saying because she was listening to music on her cell phone. Your Honor, we the defense actually found Chris Rosh innocent of murder in the second degree. She has already taken accountability for having a weapon, and we hope that you find her innocent. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ortiz. At this time, people, you can call the first witness.
The prosecution would like to call witness Terry Felton to the stand.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Have a seat. And that law is clear. Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Terry Felton, and I live on 122 Avenue.
Your Honor, the witness has been sworn.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes, you may.
What is your occupation, Ms. Felton?
I work as a construction worker
And where do you currently reside?
in the Bronx.
Drawing your attention to June 15, 2024. Where were you that exact night?
I was at work that night and I was feeling kind of exhausted, so I decided to go to the local bar in my neighborhood.
And what local bar did you go to?
The Red Apple Tavern.
Can you please describe the Red Apple Tavern?
The Red Apple Tavern is a local bar in my neighborhood. Not many people go there in the daytime, and at nighttime it gets real busy.
And may you also please describe the area around your bar, like your neighborhood?
The area around the bar is pretty quiet for the most part.
And at the bar, did you have any drinks?
I only had 1 or 2 small drinks.
Well, what if anything happened in the bar that night?
That night, 2 guys were arguing and it caused a really big scene.
Do you know the names of the women that were arguing?
Christina Rosh and Robin Jones.
Can you see either Robin Jones or Christina Rosh in this court today?
I can only see Rosh over there.
May you please point out Christina with an article of clothing then?
She's in a sage type of shirt.
Let the record reflect that Terry Felton has identified Christina Rosh.
So reflected.
And why can't you point out Robin Jones?
Because she's deceased.
Now let's turn to the events of June 15, 2024. What, if anything, was Christina Rosh doing?
She was getting herself a drink, and she had saw Robin, and Christina had saw her, and they started to argue back and forth.
Can you please tell us what they're arguing about?
I didn't know what they were arguing about since it was none of my business, and I was just trying to act up.
And what, if anything, happened during the argument?
During the argument, some guys came to break it up.
Did anything happen between the two men after the people went to go break it up?
One of the women left the bar.
And what if? Can you please tell us which women left the bar?
Christina Rosh left the bar first.
And what, if anything, did Robin Jones do after Christina Rosh left the bar?
She followed.
And how long after Christina Rosh left the bar did Robin Jones leave the bar?
5 to 6 minutes after.
Were you interviewed by a police officer the night of the incident?
Yes, I was.
Did the police officer ask you about how long Robin Jones left the bar after Christina?
Yes.
And how long did you say Robin Jones left the bar after Christina to the police officer?
1 to 2.
But how many minutes did you testify to today?
5 to 6.
And may you please repeat how many minutes you told the police officer?
1 to 2 minutes after.
Which time period is more of an accurate measure?
5 to 6 minutes is more accurate.
So,
Could you just repeat that again?
5 to 6 minutes is more accurate.
so why do you think you said 2 different times?
Because on the night of the incident, obviously my mind wasn't that clear. Somebody had just got murdered, and it was kind of hard for me to think straight on the night of the incident. But now today that I'm in the courtroom, I have a straight mind.
Well, what if anything happened after Robin and Christina left the bar?
After they left the bar, everybody went back to have a nice evening. Then we heard a loud gunshot outside the bar.
And what if anything did you guys do when you heard the loud gunshot?
Everybody in the bar ran outside to go check what happened.
And what if anything did you guys see when you went to go check the sound out?
We saw Rosh holding a gun and Jones lying on the floor in her own blood.
And as you went outside, what if anything did you see Christina do?
She dropped her gun and she tried to run away.
And what if anything did you guys do when she tried to run away?
A few patrons tried to chase after and get a hold of her.
And what if anything happened when the patrons chased her?
They got a hold of her and the police came.
Well, what if anything did Rosh do when she was caught?
She was being really violent towards them.
Your Honor, no further questions.
Thank you. Defense have any questions?
Your Honor, may you direct the witness to answer to my following question?
Well, let me take one question at a time, and if it's an appropriate question, that can only be answered by yes or no.
Thank you.
You can ask the witness to answer yes or no, and I'll let you know whether I agree with you.
May I inquire?
Yes.
Terry, you were at the Red Apple Tavern Bar on the night June 15, 2024, correct?
Yes.
You're a regular at the bar, correct?
Yeah.
You and a couple others were socially drinking, correct?
Yes, we were.
How much drinks did you have that night?
About 1 to 2 drinks.
Were you drunk?
I wouldn't say drunk.
In the hearing with Honorable Collins, you gave a sworn testimony, correct?
Yes, I did.
In the hearing with Honorable Collins, you stated that Jones left 5 to 6 minutes later after Chris Ross, correct?
Well, Jones was just trying to go outside. I wouldn't say he followed, but yeah.
You stated in the interview with Officer Connor that Robin Jones left 2 to 3 minutes later, correct?
Yeah.
Which one is it, Terry? 2 to 3 minutes or 5 to 6?
I would say 5 to 6.
Jones left first, correct? Jones left after, correct?
Yes.
Chris Ross left first.
Yes.
You also stated that you didn't hear what they were arguing about that night?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, counsel. Any redirect? I guess there's no redirect. No. Okay, thank you. All right, people, you want to call your next witness?
Prosecution would like to call up Freddie Martin.
Yes. My name is Freddie Martin. I live at 33D North Bronx.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes.
May you restate your name for the court?
My name is Freddie Martin.
What is your current job?
My position is a firefighter.
Ms. Martin, I would like to ask you a few questions about your job. Is that okay?
Yes.
What do you do as a firefighter? Are you the one who drives the trucks, saves people?
I take care of fires.
Do these fires affect your vision or any other senses?
No.
We can go back to the next questions. Where do you currently reside?
I live at 33D North Bronx.
Are there any places of business in your area?
Yes, if you look, most well known is the Red Tavern.
Have you been to the Red Apple Tavern?
Yes, once or twice.
How far do you live from the Red Apple Tavern?
I don't have an exact estimate, more than about
May you describe the area around the Red Apple Tavern?
it is very nice and peaceful and great place to be around family and friends.
Is there any lighting in your area?
Yes,
How would you describe the lighting?
it is decent enough to say that.
Drawing your attention to June 15, 2024, were you working that day?
Yes,
What time did you get back home?
around 9:30 in the morning.
What, if anything, did you do when you got home?
I had to go to an eye doctor's appointment, and when I got back to the eye doctor's appointment, I took a nap.
What else did you do when you came back home from your eye doctor's appointment and after your nap?
I got my newspaper and I went to the grocery store.
What, if anything, happened when you were reading your newspaper on your porch?
I noticed two women found the block arguing.
What, if anything, happened next?
The shorter woman started backing away towards me, and the taller woman followed right behind her.
Do you know the names of the shorter or taller woman?
No.
Are you able to identify any of the women you saw that night with an article of clothing?
Yes. That's the girl with the, let's say, yellow shirt.
Let the record reflect that Freddie Martin has identified Christina Ross.
So identified.
You just identified Christina Ross, but why can't you identify the taller woman whose name is Robin Jones?
Because she's deceased.
How far was Christina and Jones from each other when the shot rang out?
I'll say about 15 feet.
Miss Martin, in the police report, you said they were a few feet away from each other, correct?
Yes.
But in the hearing, you said around 15 feet. May you clarify why you changed the distance?
That night I was very stressed over since I had an overnight trip and there was a house fire, and although we tried saving multiple people, a few of them died. I was really stressed with that. And I also had an eye doctor's appointment as well.
You said there were lights in your area, correct?
Yes.
How far were the lights from your house?
I'll say 100 or 150 feet.
Your Honor, I would like to mark this as Exhibit 1 for identification. May I approach the witness?
Yes. Do you want to deem it so marked, or does the court reporter want to say? So marked? So marked. Okay.
Ms. Martin, do you recognize this map?
Yes.
Despite being drawn to scale, is this an accurate image of your map?
Yes.
Are you able to circle the Red Apple Tavern and put a
Yes.
Are you able to identify any of the lights in this map? And may you mark it with L?
This document is not in evidence yet because you didn't move it into evidence. So why don't you finish getting her marking it up, and then if you move to admit it, you can show it to the jury.
Can you identify which light Christina and Jones are heading to? Your Honor, I would now like to move this into Exhibit 1 for evidence on behalf of the prosecution.
All right, it's granted. It's admitted as People's Exhibit 1. I'm sorry? You're asking me to publish it to the jury? Yes, you may.
Thank you, Ms. Martin, and Your Honor, no more further questions.
All right, well, you could give the exhibit to the officer that we admitted. Thank you. Cross-examination?
Your Honor, may I approach?
Sure. Just give us your name again.
Chavez.
Okay.
May I inquire?
Did you say you wanted to approach us?
No, I'm fine with standing right here.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to approach the bench to ask some questions, but, okay, yes, of course. As long as you keep your voice nice and loud.
Were you at the bar on June 15th, 2024?
No.
Do you know my client?
Do
you know my client?
No.
Do you know Robin Jones?
No.
Your house is at the end of the block from the bar, correct?
Yes.
You did hear loud talking, correct?
Yes.
You did not hear what was being said, correct?
Yes.
Did you see my client shoot Robin Jones?
No.
Did you see my client have a gun?
No.
Just keep your voice up.
Did you see my client shoot Robin Jones?
No.
Did you see a knife present?
No.
All you saw was my client running and people chasing him from the bar, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
All right, thank you very much, Counsel Page. Okay, does the prosecution have another witness for us?
The prosecution would like to call Samantha Connor to the stand.
Yes. And Counsel, just give us your, I just want to make sure I'm identifying.
I'm Sophia Lambert.
Say it again?
Sophia Lambert.
Sophia. Okay, thank you.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and the penalty of perjury? Yes. As you state your name, rank, and precinct.
My name is Samantha Connor. I'm a patrol officer and my rank is 72 Virginia.
Thank you. Counsel Lambert, just keep your voice nice and loud.
Okay. Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes.
Miss Connor, can you state your profession? May you state your profession?
I'm a police officer.
How long have you been a police officer?
About 3 years.
If you can recall, what were you doing on the night of June 15, 2024?
I was on routine patrol.
And what day was June 15th?
Excuse me?
And what day was June 15th? And what day of the week was June 15th? I'm sorry.
A Saturday.
Do you get a lot of calls from this area? On Saturday nights?
Not really in that area, but hold on, excuse me. I don't really get calls on Saturday nights. Like,
Is the area usually crowded this time?
excuse me?
Is the area usually crowded this time?
Not really, but on a summer day, yes.
What happened when you were on routine patrol?
I received a radio message that someone had been shot, so I rushed to the scene.
At what time was the scene? I'm sorry, excuse me. At what time were you called to the incident?
Approximately 11 p.m.
And at what time did you arrive?
Around 11:10 p.m.
Where was the incident?
At 3309 Third Street.
Can you describe to the court what you observed at the scene?
I saw a body on the floor, on the sidewalk, and then I saw someone being held by a few patrons.
What did you do when you got to the scene?
I assessed the situation and called the ambulance for the body on the sidewalk.
Did you identify the body on the sidewalk?
Yes, I did.
How did you identify the body on the sidewalk?
I checked his pockets and found his ID.
And who did you identify the body on the sidewalk to be?
I identified the body on the sidewalk to be Robin Jones.
Did you identify the person being held?
Yes.
Can you point out the person being held and the person on the sidewalk with an article of clothing in this courtroom today?
Yes, I can. I can point out Christina Rosh with the yellow shirt over there.
Let the record reflect that Samantha Connor has identified Christina Rosh.
So reflected.
And why can't you point out the person on the sidewalk?
Because she's deceased.
And how do you know that she's deceased?
From the medical examiner's report I received.
Your Honor, I ask this be marked as Prosecution Exhibit 2 for identification.
Okay?
Your Honor, may I approach the witness and show my opposing
You
counsel?
want to show it to counsel first? We'll just deem it marked at this point. It's demarked.
Samantha Connor.
I think you have been marked as Prosecutor's Exhibit 2 for identification. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What do you recognize this to be?
The medical examiner's report for Rob Jones.
Is this the medical report you ordered the night of the incident?
Yes.
How do you know that this is the medical report that you ordered?
Excuse me?
How do you know that this is the medical report that you ordered the night of the incident?
She's asking you, how do you know that that's the report that you ordered, as opposed to some other? Is there anything about the report that will tell you that you ordered?
The medical examiner for Rob Jones.
Your Honor, we asked for the medical report that was previously identified to be admitted into evidence of People 2.
Any objection? All right, since there's no objection, we'll receive that in evidence and deem it marked as People's Exhibit 2.
Connor, do you see where the cause of death is?
Yes.
Can you read the cause of death report?
A single gunshot wound to the heart near the left lung.
And could you, I'm sorry. What happened next when you were at the scene?
When I arrived at the scene, I didn't know
What happened next at the scene?
that. I interviewed people at the scene.
Ms. Carney, did you recover anything at the scene?
Yes, I did.
What did you recover?
A .38 caliber Smith & Wesson. A .38 caliber Smith & Wesson firearm from the Smith & Wesson Thurgood.
Are you done with that exhibit?
Yes.
Okay, you can give it to the officer, thank you.
And what did you, wait. Where you using? And where did you find the weapons you found at the scene? I'm sorry. Where did you find the weapons that you recovered at the scene?
Near the body.
Okay. And what did you do with them?
I vouched them.
Your Honor, I asked this.
I'll let you finish your last question.
I asked this be marked as Prosecutor's Exhibit 3 for identification.
All right, we'll deem it marked. You can show it to the witness. I assume that the defense has an opportunity to see it?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ms. Connor, do you recognize this?
Yes, I did.
What do you recognize this to be?
The gun I collected at the scene.
How do you know that this is the gun that you collected at the scene?
Because I vouched it.
And can you describe the condition that the gun was in when you recovered it?
There was 5 unspent shells and freshly smelled freshly like gunpowder.
All right, you're moving this into evidence. You are out of time at this point.
Are
you moving this into evidence?
Yes, I am.
All right, any objection from the defense?
Yes.
You're asking for voir dire of this?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so we'll give you a moment to do that.
Okay, thank you. Officer Connor, can you repeat the first line at the bottom of the page? The first line at the bottom of the page.
Well, she's not allowed to read to the jury something that hasn't been admitted. You objected to the admission of that document, so well, you wanted to read it to herself? To herself, not out loud.
Can she say it out loud?
She cannot. She can't say it out loud because that's a document that's not been admitted into evidence yet. So, but you wanted to read it, and then you have her read it to herself, and then you can ask another question.
At the first line at the bottom of the page, does it say T. Connor?
Yes.
Can you please state your full name for the court?
Samantha Connor.
Can you please state the rules of marking and vouchering evidence?
Do you have any objection to this thing coming into evidence?
Yes. Failure to lay a proper foundation.
Okay. People? Isn't your defense in this case that that your client did possess the gun?
Yes, but the initials are wrongly marked.
Right.
Her
So,
initials
but you
are
still
S.
want this
Connor.
evidence not in,
Yes.
even though it might support your case?
Yes, I just had to ask her. She could state the rules of marking and vouchering.
Okay.
Can you please state the rules of marking and vouchering evidence?
Well, let me hear from the people at this point. You have any other questions on
Yes.
voir dire? Okay.
Yes.
You could ask a question. Do you have any other questions for this witness with respect to the admissibility of this document?
Okay. Okay. Your Honor, I ask that this gun not be moved into evidence because there is no T. Connor in the case. There is only an S. Connor, so we don't know if this gun was found at the scene or not.
Okay. Any further inquiry with respect to this?
No. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. So. Yes. So, under the circumstances that your request to admit this document into evidence is hereby denied. Thank you. Are you finished with your questions for this witness?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. The objection is sustained. Now, are you ready to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Connor, you've been an officer for years, correct? Have you been an officer for years? When you arrived at the scene, you found a knife too, correct?
Yes.
Can you please describe the knife that you saw? Your Honor, can I please show the witness the knife she's describing, and can I have this marked for identification?
We could deem it marked, yes. You could show it to the witness, show it to
Okay, thank
the
you.
prosecutors.
Is this the knife that was found at the scene?
Yes.
How do you know this was the knife found at the scene?
Just keep your voice up.
Can you repeat that, please?
What's the question?
How do you know this was the knife found at the scene?
Because I lost it.
This knife was found 5 feet away from Joseph's right foot, correct?
Yeah, is that a yes?
Yes. Your Honor, can I please have this marked for as Exhibit A?
I think we have A in already. Do we have A in already? No, okay. So it should be
This is a defense A.
defense A. Okay, yes. Let's deem it marked.
Okay, thank you. You interviewed 4 people the night of June 15, 2024, correct?
Correct.
One of those people being my client Ross, correct?
Correct.
She stated that Jones was bigger than her, correct?
Correct.
How tall was Jones?
6 feet something.
How much did she weigh?
235.
How tall was Ross?
For sure. Not two.
How much did she weigh?
170.
170.
My client stated she did not want to fight Jones, correct?
Correct.
She stated Jones wanted to fight her, correct?
Correct.
She stated that they had an argument a week earlier, correct?
Correct.
Did my client waive her Miranda rights when she was arrested?
Yes.
Did my client waive her Miranda rights when she was arrested?
Correct.
What does it mean to waive your Miranda rights?
Repeat the question again?
What does it mean to waive your Miranda rights?
Are you able to answer that?
Doesn't it mean that you give up your rights to a police officer?
Yes.
Last question. Do innocent people waive their Miranda rights?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do the people have any other witnesses? Did the people rest? Yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, is the defense putting on a case?
Yes, defense would like to call witness AC Taylor to the stage.
AC Taylor, you said?
Yes.
And your name again is Page?
Shanae.
Okay, Counsel Page.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, nothing else in church?
Yes.
Please have a seat. And allow the clear voice to state your name and address for the record.
My name is AC Taylor, and I live at 3410 and Clark.
Your Honor, so witness testimony.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes, you may.
Please state your name for the court.
AC Taylor.
What is your occupation?
I am a transit worker.
Around 11 p.m. on June 15, 2024, where were you?
I was walking past the red apple path.
Where were you going?
I was going to my house.
Where do you live?
I live at 3410 and Clark.
How far is that from the bar?
That is 1 block up north from the bar.
As you were walking past the red advertising bar that night, what did you see?
I saw a short woman who was crisscrossed exit the bar, shortly followed out of the bar by a tall woman who was rocking drums.
Do you see any of those people in court today?
Yes, I did.
Can you please identify them?
She is wearing a yellow shirt.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness has correctly identified Ms. Rosh.
The record will so reflect.
Thank you. May I proceed?
Absolutely.
Did anything else happen that night?
Yes, the shorter woman started to walk across the street when the taller woman yelled out for her. The shorter woman turned around and the taller woman said something to her.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Ms. Taylor. I'm going to ask you to answer a series of questions using yes or no when required. Is that okay?
Yes.
You stated your name being AC Taylor, correct?
Correct.
On the night of June 15, 2024, you were walking back home, correct?
Correct.
And what time was this?
It was about 11 p.m.
You walked past the Red Apple Tavern on your way home, correct?
Correct.
You have stated on June 15 that you saw two men exit the tavern, one yelling at the other, correct?
Correct.
How far away were you when you saw this?
I wasn't too far.
It was my time. How well was the area? How well lit was the area?
There was not too many people around.
You were wearing headphones at the time, correct?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor, irrelevant.
Overruled. Thank you.
What kind of headphones were you wearing? Over ear or earbuds, noise canceling?
Objection, Your Honor, irrelevant.
Thank you. Overruled. Would you repeat your question, please?
What kind of headphones were you wearing? Over ear, earbuds, noise canceling?
Earbuds.
What were you listening to?
I was listening to music that wasn't too loud.
So what was the volume level? Was it half? Was it 80?
Objection on the irrelevant.
Overruled, thank you.
It was pretty low.
So does that mean you could hear them or you couldn't hear them?
I couldn't hear them that well.
Now let's talk about what you saw. Even though you were wearing headphones that day, you noticed their weird gestures, correct?
Correct.
So you stayed to watch these men argue instead of going home?
I was walking to my house, but I still saw what happened.
You also stated that Robin Jones had her hands in her pocket, correct?
Correct.
From where you were standing, you did not see Robin Jones take out her hands from her pocket, correct?
Correct.
Did you see at the time Robin Jones lunge at Christina Rosh?
No, I did not.
No more further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The defense would like to call Pat Williams to the stand.
Thank you.
Pat Williams, what did you tell you in the court?
Be honest, the witness has been sworn.
Thank you.
May I inquire?
Yes, you may.
Please state your name for the courtroom.
Pat Williams,
Why are you here today?
to testify about what I know. It is a shame that Chris Ross should be prosecuted for this.
What were you doing on the night, June 15, 2024?
I was home.
How long have you known Chris Rosh?
I've known her for about 2 years.
How did you meet her?
I met her at the Red Apple Tavern Bronx.
Do you know a girl named Robin Jones?
Yes, I do.
How long have you known her for?
I've known her for about 2 years as well.
How did you meet her?
I met her at the Red Apple Tavern Bronx.
What would you do when you see both of them at the bar?
I would drink with Chris Ross, but not with Robin Jones.
Why not with Jones?
Because I do not like the way that she acted when she was drinking.
How would she act when she was drinking?
When she was drinking, she would like to pick on people and start fights.
Who were the people she would pick on?
I can't remember all, but a lot of them were very toxic.
What was different about Chris Ross?
Chris Ross was quiet and softly spoken.
Anything else you'd like to tell the courtroom?
Yes, a week before Chris Ross killed Robert Jones, they got into an argument.
What was the argument about?
They were arguing over money.
What happened next?
Robert Jones stood up and walked over to Chris Ross and told her to give her money back. Chris Ross said that she would have her money to leave her alone.
Anything else happened?
Yes. The bartender told him to knock it off, and before Robert Jones went back to her seat, she told Chris Ross that she'll pay for it.
Is that all?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination?
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes, you may.
And, Ms. Williams, you've been to the Red Apple Tavern, correct?
Correct.
And you're, obviously familiar with Chris Ross, correct?
Yes.
In fact, you've known him for a couple of years, haven't you?
I know both Chris Ross and Robert Jones for 2 years.
And you're familiar with the reputations of both Christina Rosh and Robin Jones too?
Yes.
Were you close with them?
I was close with both of them.
And you weren't there the night of the incident, correct?
Correct, I was home.
You've seen a history between Chris Rosh and Robin Jones, right?
Correct.
And you were also there for the argument that they had, correct?
Yes.
Did you hear what I'm sorry. You heard what they were arguing about too, right?
Correct.
Have you ever seen Robin Jones with a weapon before?
No.
And did you know that Chris Rosh had an unlawful weapon on her?
No, because I was not there back then too.
Are you aware of Rosh's previous assault charge?
No.
In your interview with John French, you stated that Chris Rosh was a basically nice person. Is that correct?
Correct.
But hearing that he killed a man, that contradicts that fact. Do you still believe that?
Yes.
Your Honor, no further questions.
Thank you. Does the defense have any other witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor. Defense would like to call Chris Rosh to the stand.
Swear affirm the testimony about to be the truth, the whole truth.
Chris Ross, Maryland, 2501 Park.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Please state your full name for the court.
My name is Chris Ross.
How old are you?
I'm 25 years old.
Where do you work?
I work at the A&E food store here in town.
Directing your attention to June 15, 2024. What happened that night?
Robin Jones and I got into an argument.
What happened?
I arrived at the bar around 8:30 p.m. after work, and that's when I saw Jones there dancing a week earlier.
What happened a week earlier?
A week earlier, I went to the bar around 10:30, and I sat in the stools away from Jones. A little while later, she went to the bathroom, and when she came back, she gave me a take my money.
What happened next?
After she gave her money, the bartender told her to knock it off. But before she went back to her seat, she told me, I won't forget about it. You won't forget it.
Is that all that happened?
Yes.
Directing your attention back to June 15, 2024. What happened that night?
After I saw Jones, she kept saying things like, let's settle this outside, or you're going to pay back. So I got tired of it, and I left the bar on the left.
What happened next?
After I left the bar, I began crossing cards. And as I was crossing cards, I heard the door open behind me. And when I turned around, it was Jones.
What happened next?
Once I got to the other side of Clark, Robin Jones cut the corner and started following me. So that's when I turned around to keep an eye on her.
Did she try to do anything to you?
Yes. When she was about 6 feet away, she lunged at me. So I shot her because I thought she was going to stab me.
Is that all that happened?
Yes.
Do you know why you're here today?
Yes. I'm here because I was taught in second grade, but it wasn't my intention.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Yes.
Ms. Rosh, before I start this examination, I'm going to ask you a series of questions using yes, no, or correct when required. Is that okay?
Yes.
Christina, this isn't the first time you've been in a courtroom, correct?
No. Wait, yes.
That's correct. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
You've also been charged with assault previously, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevance.
Overruled. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, now directing your attention to June 15, 2024. You stated your shift ended around 8 p.m., correct?
Yes.
What day of the week was it?
Objection beyond the scope of witness.
Overruled. Thank you.
Saturday.
Before you arrived at the bar, did you know Jones would be there?
No.
If Robin was a regular at the Red Apple Tavern, is it safe to say that she would likely be there when you arrived?
Yes.
You went to the Red Apple Tavern soon after you cashed your paycheck, correct?
Yes.
You went to that bar with a loaded gun, correct?
Yes, because it's a dangerous neighborhood.
Did you walk in there with the intention to injure someone?
No.
Okay, at the bar, did you have any drinks?
Yes.
A week prior to this incident, you stated Robin accused you of stealing money, correct?
Yes, because she did.
Well, did you steal the money?
No, I did not.
Are there any witnesses that could corroborate to the story?
Do you understand the question? Okay, please answer.
Hallelujah.
And you also stated in your direct that Jones told you you won't forget this, correct?
Yes.
And is it true that you replied with quote unquote, I won't either? Or neither will I, sorry.
No, I don't remember that.
And just a week after that argument, you went to the same bar with a loaded gun on a Saturday night?
Yes, because it's a dangerous neighborhood.
On that night, you left the tavern before Jones, correct?
Yes, I did.
And after you left the bar, you're walking home, correct?
Yes.
And as you're walking home, you stated Jones was following you. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Well, did she follow you into a corner?
Yes.
Well, does Clark Street have a dead end? Does Clark Street have a corner on it?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled. Thank you.
Yes, that's what she began following when we were by the corner.
Okay. Well, before you shot Robin Jones, did you think to run away?
No.
And Freddie Martin and A.C. Taylor have testified that they were close enough to see you. Did you call anyone for help?
No, I was too scared.
You testified to the possession of an unlawful weapon, correct?
Yes.
And as you shot Jones, you aimed your unlawful gun directly at him, correct?
I really wasn't trying to aim.
Okay. And you pulled the trigger on that gun correctly?
Yeah.
So you chose to take the gun out of your pocket and shoot a woman over lost money, correct?
It really wasn't over lost money. She kept bothering me, but I really didn't mean to shoot her. I was just acting because I was scared.
Okay. And how far away were you standing from Robin when you shot her?
About 3 feet away.
And you also testified to thinking she was going to pull a knife on you.
Look up.
May I ask one more question, please?
Go ahead.
You also testified to thinking Robin was going to pull a knife on you. Is that true?
Yes, because I seen her with a knife before.
But did you actually see the knife, her knife, that night?
No, but I thought she was going to stab me.
Your Honor, no further questions.
Thank you. Does defense have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor, defense rests.
Very well. So now, if you close your argument. Yes. So, do you want to see this? This is closed. It's up to you.
All right, so at this point, the parties are ready for closing arguments? People? Are you ready for closing arguments? And defense?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Geneva, Counsel Estefane Jones. Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name.
Your Honors and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you've heard all the evidence which undeniably tells us the truth. Chris Roche's actions were not justified. She put her self-interest before the self-interest of the society by shooting Robin Jones in cold-hearted intent. Before I recap everything we've gone over, let me re-inform you about the 3 Ps. Pattern, plan, prepare. Pattern, plan, prepare. Pattern. Chris Roche planned to shoot Robin Jones. Prepared. Christina was prepared to shoot Jones by carrying a loaded gun to the Red Apple Tavern and to his job on a Saturday evening. Prepared. Plan. What?
Take your time.
Is it okay if I restart now?
It's up to you.
Well, it's going to take away from some of your time.
Okay. Let's just recap everything we've gone over. Eyewitnesses Terry Felton, Freddie Martin, and police officer Samantha Connor were able to describe the moments of the crime. Rosh and Jones argued in the Red Apple Tavern that same night, and although Terry Felton can't tell you exactly what they were arguing about, she was in there with them. And as their argument came to an end, Chris left the tavern. However, Jones left several minutes later. It's like Rosh was waiting for Jones to leave the bar. Waiting for Jones to leave the bar in order to get her revenge against her. And after Ross shot Jones, leaving a startling gunshot, many patrons, including Miss Felton, ran outside to go see what the commotion was about. And to their horror, they saw Jones's lifeless body on the ground, with Ross hovering right over her just before she dropped her gun and ran away from the scene. If she really used self-defense, why did she feel the need to run away? Why didn't she say anything when she was caught? She only mentioned her so-called self-defense after being cornered. Why could that be? Another witness, Freddie Martin, watched the shooting go down. This means Christina could have called someone for help. But guess what? She didn't. Miss Martin watched Ross moving away, but Jones kept the same distance the entire time. Freddie Martin can testify to a distance of 15 feet apart between the two women. This means there were lots of space between them. Also, although Chris said she was cornered, Clark Street has no corners, nor dead ends, nor alleyways. So that means she had room to run. She wasn't backing up into an alleyway or any sort of corner. Now let's talk about our police officer from the scene, Samantha Connor. Samantha Connor was able to collect 2 weapons from the scene. Chris Rosh's unlicensed .38 caliber revolver that smelled fresh of gunpowder, and a knife near Jones's feet, meaning that this threat Rosh felt was nowhere near. Don't even get me started on the defense. In the reported interview and today, Pat Williams said Jones threatened Rosh. However, Chris replied back to this threat with quote-unquote neither will I. Doesn't that seem even a tad bit suspicious to you? That the supposing victim replied to a threat back? She even said she doesn't remember saying that. But the prosecution finds this very suspicious, and you should too. Robin Jones' family will never, and I mean never, be able to see Jones again. Thank you, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the defense wish to make closing remarks?
Yes. May I inquire?
Yeah, well, you're going to argue now.
2 words, self-defense. Good afternoon, Your Honor, and members of the courtroom. My name is Jayla McLean, and my colleagues are Heaven Ortiz and Chavez Page, and we would like you to find the defendant, Chris Rosh, innocent. She already has pleaded guilty for having a weapon. That was her taking accountability. On the night, June 15, 2024, Chris Rosh went to the Red Apple Tavern bar to enjoy her night, but instead got into an argument with Robin Jones. So she left out of the bar to avoid any conflict, and behind her was Robin Jones. Now, what the prosecution wants you to believe was a cold-blooded murder, but the evidence that you have heard over the course of the trial that Chris Rosh acted in self-defense. Terry Felton, she testified that on the night of the incident, she saw in her Chris Rosh and Robin Jones arguing, and Robin Jones following Chris Rosh out of the bar. And A.C. Taylor testified that she saw and heard 2 women arguing on her way home from work. Now, Chris Rosh, the defendant herself, she testified that on the night of June 15, 2024, she went to the Red Apple Tavern bar to enjoy her night, but instead got into an argument with Robin Jones, and Robin Jones asked her, "Do you want to fight?" So she walked out of the bar to avoid any conflict, and behind her was Robin Jones. Then Robin Jones lunged at her with a knife. Then Chris Rosh acted reasonable to protect herself and her safety. Pat Williams testified that she knew Robin Jones for about 2 years and knew her to be very violent, especially when drunk. And in the medical examiner report, it states that Robin Jones was 195 pounds and 6'2". And in the arresting officer's report, it states that Chris Rosh is 140 pounds and 5'6". Now, think to yourself, Your Honors and jurors, if a person is drunk, bigger than you, and belligerent, follows you out of a bar, then challenges you on to fight, then lunges at you with a knife, do you think it's reasonable for you to protect yourself and your safety? If you answer that question with a yes, then you must acquit Chris Rosh from the charge of second-degree murder. Thank you.
Thank you. please listen and pay attention. You've heard all of the evidence, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The defendant is charged with murder in the second degree. Under our law, a person is guilty of murder in the second degree when, with the intent to cause the death of another person, he or she causes the death of such a person. For you to find the defendant guilty of this crime, the people are required to prove from all of the evidence presented in this case, beyond a reasonable doubt, the following two elements. First, that on June 15th, in the county of the Bronx, the defendant, Chris Roush, caused the death of Robin Jones. And second, that the defendant did so with the intent to cause the death of Robin Jones. In this case, the defendant does not dispute that she killed Robin Jones. However, the defendant claims that she was justified in killing Robin Jones. Under our law, a person may use deadly physical force upon another individual when, and to the extent that she reasonably believes it to be necessary to defend herself from what she reasonably believes to be the use or imminent use of unlawful deadly physical force by such individual or individuals, plural, and she was unable to retreat with complete personal safety. The people must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant did not act in self-defense when she killed Robin Jones. If you find that the people have proved beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, Chris Roush, did not act in self-defense, you must find Chris Roush guilty of murder in the second degree. However, you must find the defendant, Chris Roush, not guilty of murder in the second degree if you find that she reasonably believed that she had to shoot the victim, Robin Jones, to save her own life. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that concludes this court's instructions to you. We await your verdict. Officer, please escort the jurors to the jury room. Thank you.
All right, jury incident.
Good job.
All right, come to order. All right, jury entering.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Have a seat. Relax. Now, typically, I'd have a clerk in the courtroom who would ask these questions, which I'm about to ask you, but I'll just do it, okay? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, have you selected a foreperson from your group? And who is that? Would you mind standing? And have you come to a verdict? Yes. And what is it? Not guilty. Did you hear that? All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service as jurors on this panel. Now, occasionally there'd be a request to poll. We don't need to do that right now, but that would basically mean an inquiry of each of the individual jurors. We're going to dispense with that. I thought this is probably a good opportunity for us to talk to you guys. So I'm going to stand. I don't like to sit down. I sit all day.
This is a civil court, and the criminal court is down the block. But there was a time when we had criminal cases here, and you can tell that because in this jury box, there are 14 seats. If this was a civil court, there'd only be 12 there. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you. You did a great job. I took a lot of notes. I'm not sure how many I'm going to go through. But the most important thing is when you're communicating, you're communicating with them. And so if I'm an attorney, I'm going to position myself where I know the jury can hear me, and I'm making eye contact to the witness. And so when I make an inquiry of the witness, I want to make sure that you guys hear everything I say. And I want to make sure, of course, the court reporter hears me. So I'm usually stationed here. See? I think this is a great spot. Because everybody can hear me. I'm not concerned about them. They're not my concern, you guys are. I'm trying to convince you guys that my client, or if I'm the prosecution, I'm the good guy. I'm the right side. And so I always want to talk in a way that you guys can always hear me. And you're always polite. You always ask permission, may I inquire? And you always introduce yourself. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Joseph Capella. I represent the city of New York. And with me is whoever my co-pilot. And then I tell the judge, Your Honor, permission to inquire? Yes. Then I proceed with I introduce myself. I speak clearly, and I position myself in a spot where everybody can hear me. The most important people here are you guys. You want to add anything?
Somebody once said, if you want to see what your future looks like, look at your youngsters. So I'm looking at all of you, and I say that our future looks bright. All of you are winners. I know this is a competition, but I'm hoping that everybody had a good time. What I would offer to everybody is the following. All of us do this, including judges and attorneys. When we're talking, we're looking at a document, and our faces are buried in the document, which means you're not looking at the person that you're trying to communicate with. Now, I expect, my prayer is that we see a lot of you, including folks in the audience, as members of our attorneys here in the Bronx. The judges, all of us, while we're in the back, were saying, a lot of you guys do a better job than the attorneys that appear in front of us. And you should take that with you. That's a compliment coming from the judges. I genuinely hope that we see some of you coming before us, if not us, some of our younger colleagues. So you should give yourselves a round of applause. Everybody did a great job. Now, we're prepared to stay here. We've been given assignments or tasks to report downstairs, but before we do, we're prepared to answer any questions that anybody might have, and we offer ourselves, if you're interested in taking a picture with us, I would like to take a picture with you guys, if that's okay. Any questions? Questions?
Nobody has a question as to how we got the gun in? Or the medical examiner's report? No questions, huh? This is all new to you. You're nervous. You see, we have a comfort factor because we do this all the time. I understand the need to have notes. It feels better that way. I got my notes, I'm good. But the best lawyers have no notes. You want to instill to the jury, I know this case cold. There's nothing about this case I don't know. I don't need notes. And those are the best lawyers. So eventually, as you grow up, you're going to realize you're not going to always have notes in life. So you got to work. Preparing is the most important thing. Attorneys will spend days just preparing for one witness, anticipating what's going to be asked. And the most important thing is, if you get hung up on something, and I noticed that a couple of you did, just step back, calm down, and refocus. So if you lose place in your notes, that's okay. Now the challenge here was we were time limited. There's no time limit in trial. So you reorganize, you step back, and you can apologize. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I lost track. Let me restart. I apologize for that. You see what I mean? You come across humble, admit your mistake, but you re-engage with the jury, okay? So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to get tripped up. And there's really no surprises in most trials, whether it's a criminal trial or civil trial. In the civil trial, all the witnesses have been deposed. You know exactly what you've asked them and what the answers are. So you kind of know exactly what's going to be said, and you're prepared, okay? So that's a good thing. But being prepared really is the most important thing in life. And excelling at whatever it is you do, whether you're a dog catcher, a fireman, school teacher, a lawyer, or a judge, being prepared is something you always want to do, because you want your friends and your colleagues to say, yeah, Joe's always prepared. He knows his stuff. And that's the image you're going to give people, okay? So I know this is a difficult setting because you're time limited and you've never done this before, and oh my God, this room is full. But as you get older, you get your whole life ahead of you. Being prepared is the most important thing. High school, college, graduate school, law school, okay?
So, consistent with what my colleague said, we were watching everybody. Here's something you may not know, understand, or appreciate. It's okay to make a mistake. Everybody's human. And you know what? When you show that to the jury, you're letting them know that you're as regular as they are. I'll tell you something else too. Don't let them see you sweat. If somebody gives a response that either you didn't expect or you don't like, don't make faces, because you're telling them that hurt. I'm talking to everybody, not just you. It's funny. And the other thing too is, if you make a mistake, you could rely on each other. So retreat, step back and say, what did I say? Did I miss something? Work it out with me. And my humble opinion is, when you come across like that, you're saying to the jury, hey, listen, I made a mistake. And you're asking them to see you as being human. So I'm hoping, I think you guys had a good time. You enjoyed yourself, right? Yeah. Right? That's why you're all here, okay? So, yeah, these guys, my ears are itching because they're saying, let's go.
Can we do a quick photo op with them?
Can we get pictures, guys?
Please, everybody join me in thanking Judge Capella and Judge Ruth.
Good afternoon and welcome to the final competition of Thurgood Marshall mock trial. All right, so I want to congratulate you all on having a fun season, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Let's give yourselves all a round of applause. All right, so just a few reminders before we begin. If you have a cell phone, can everyone please turn off their cell phones? All right. So, once we begin, all communications must cease once the trial begins. Anyone who coaches, either by talking or gesturing to team members or disrupts the courtroom, may be excluded from the courtroom. And again, students, I just want to congratulate you on completing this academic exercise. So throughout the trial, please remember to always speak in a loud and clear voice. Counsel, just make sure that your button is green. You see the green light on. That lets you know that your microphone is on. And when you speak directly into the microphone. Okay, so as a reminder, you have 3 minutes for opening statements, 5 minutes for direct examination, 3 minutes for cross-examination, and 3 minutes for closing arguments. Karina is our other coordinator. Please be mindful of where we are sitting. If while you were speaking, if you are speaking too fast, you're going to see this. That means slow down. If you are speaking too low, we're going to hold up this sign and tell you to speak up. When you are at the 30-second mark, you're going to see the 30 seconds, okay? And when your time is up, if you have not finished, we're going to hold up time. But please, if you see us hold up time, please finish your last thought. You don't have to stop mid-sentence, okay? But if you keep going, you're going to hear us yell time. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right, does anybody have any questions before we start? No? All right. So at this time, I'd like to have the members of the teams, let's shake hands, fist bump, elbow bump, let's acknowledge each other and good sportsmanship. Okay, the trial is going to begin shortly. I wish you all good luck.
All rise. All those having business before the special and extraordinary session of the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Competition held in and for Bronx County, give your attendance and draw near. Ye shall be heard. Court Part 18 is now in session. In the case of the State of New York versus Danny Smith, the Honorables Rowan D. Wilson, Adam Silvera, and Michael Frischman presiding. Your Honors.
Please be seated.
Prosecution, please state your appearances.
Amory Blas. Sophia Medrano.
Jacob Gonzalez.
Defense, please state your appearance.
I'm Mustafa, and I'm attorney number 1.
John Morelli.
Your Honors, my name is Mary Craig.
Your Honors, the jurors have been sworn in.
Members of the jury, I am Judge Frischman, along with Justice Rowan Wilson and Justice Adam Silvera. We will preside over the trial of the people of the State of New York versus Danny Smith. The people of the State of New York are represented by prosecutors Amory Blas, Jacob Gonzalez, and Sophia Medrano. During the trial, it is the responsibility of the prosecutors to present the evidence on behalf of the people of the State of New York. The defendant, Danny Smith, is represented by defense attorneys Luke Southward, Mary Crichton, and John Morelli. The defendant, Danny Smith, is charged with crimes of robbery in the 1st degree, assault in the 1st degree, criminal possession of stolen property in the 5th degree, and petty larceny, based upon an incident that allegedly happened on the number 2 train on February 10th, 2024. There are 3 basic rules regarding a criminal case that you must keep in mind. First, the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until she is proven guilty. The charges against the defendant are accusations and nothing more. Second, the burden of proof is on the people. The defendant has no burden to prove her innocence. Third, the people must prove the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. It will be your duty as jurors to find from the evidence what the facts are in this case. You and you alone are the judges of the facts. You will then have to apply those facts to the law that we will give to you. The trial will now begin. We will now recognize the prosecution.
Your Honor, may I proceed? Your Honors, may I approach the jury box?
Good afternoon, Your Honors, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Amory Blas, and along with my co-counsels, Sophia Medrano. Good afternoon. And Jacob Gonzalez.
Good afternoon.
We represent the people of the state of New York against the defendant Danny Smith. During the course of this trial, we will have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is guilty of robbery in the first degree, assaults in the first degree, criminal possession of stolen property in the fifth degree, and petty larceny. The evidence will show that while Bobby was on the train, both Joe Morris and Danny approached her. Bobby, having a feeling that Dennis survived her, tried to leave her seat. But Joe Morris pulled the knife to Bobby McShan's side, and the defendant stood over her in a threatening manner, making it impossible for her to leave. You will hear that Joe demanded money from Bobby, and that Bobby, frightened and afraid, handed the defendant a $20 bill. The evidence will show that Danny took the money from Bobby, still standing over her, preventing her from leaving, and that both Joe Morris and the defendant ran away together when a police officer entered the train, observed what was happening, and told them to freeze. The evidence will show that Bobby was terrified, as the defendant is 6 feet 2 inches and weighs approximately 170 pounds. Further, the evidence will show that both Joe Morris and the defendant approached the victim after the train left 180th Street Station and continued to surround the victim until 149th Street. That's 9 train stops. This torment that Bobby faced, unable to move, with Joe holding a knife to her side and with the defendant towering over her, lasted for 9 train stations. The defendant had not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not even 8, but 9 opportunities to leave the train, and you will hear that he didn't take any of those opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my co-counsel and I ask that you pay very close attention to all of the evidence, and that you use your common sense and judgment, and that at the end of this trial, we will have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant is guilty. Thank you.
Your Honor, permission to walk freely?
Good afternoon, ladies and members of the jury. My name is Luke Softler, and along with my co-counsels, John Borelli and Mary Crichton, we proudly represent the defendant, Danny Smith. Today, the prosecution will try to paint a picture that Danny Smith is a criminal, but she's not. She was there just to try to defuse the situation. She's a great student. Does that sound like a criminal to you? Furthermore, she was at the wrong place with the wrong people at the wrong time. Today, you will hear from the witnesses, Gene Higgins, that Danny's an excellent student. Furthermore, you hear from Joe Morris, a criminal who was the person who assaulted Danny Smith and was convicted for it. Think about how you guys would feel in Danny's shoes. Would you feel there's a person with a knife holding it to another person's side that you don't even know? How do you know it's not going to be you next? Today, the prosecution will try to meet the burden of proof that Danny Smith is charged with these 4 crimes: petty larceny, robbery, assault, and possession of stolen property. But remember that the prosecution team must meet the burden of proof, and they must keep an open mind. And you guys must keep an open mind. Thank you for your time.
The people called to the witness stand, Police Officer Johnson. Officer.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. In a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
Police Officer Johnson, Johns.
Please state your rank and command.
Commander, TB-12.
Witness has been sworn.
Your Honor, may I proceed? Good afternoon, Officer Johnson.
Good afternoon.
What is your current occupation?
I work as a police officer.
And how long have you been working as a police officer for?
For 5 years.
And what, if any, training did you receive as a police officer?
I went to the police academy.
And what did you learn there?
I learned the penal law, criminal procedure, how to handle tense and stressful situations, how to handle weapons. This includes knives and firearms. I also learned how to voucher evidence. This is the process of keeping evidence safe.
Directing your attention back to February 10th of 2024 at approximately 3:30 p.m. What were you doing that day?
I was on patrol to patrol the southbound number 2 train on 149th Street Station.
And which county was that in?
The Bronx.
And what did you see?
While I was on patrol, a southbound number 2 train came into the station. As I boarded it, I saw an individual holding a knife to a teenager's side.
And did you learn any of their names?
Yes, the individual with the knife's name is Joe Morris and the victim's name is Bobby McShannon.
And did you see anything else?
There's another individual standing over the victim, preventing her from escaping.
And did you learn that individual's name?
Yes, her name is Danny Smith.
And do you recognize any of the perpetrators in court today?
Yes, I see Danny Smith.
And can you please point at them and identify the article of clothing they're wearing?
She's the one at the far end of the table wearing the orange jumpsuit.
Your Honors, let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Does? Go ahead.
Going back to February 10th of 2024, what did you do when you witnessed Joe with a knife to the victim's side and the defendant blocking their path?
I told the perpetrator and his friend to freeze.
And what happened after that?
They both ran off, leaving the victim, Bobby, lying on the floor, holding her left side.
And what did you see after that?
While they were running, I saw Joe Morris drop a knife onto the platform.
And what did you do when both of them ran?
I memorized the location of where Joe dropped the knife, radioed for backup, and ran after them.
Your Honors, I ask that this be marked as People's 1 for identification.
Mark.
Let the record reflect that I'm showing the opposing counsel what has been marked as People's 1 for identification. I ask that People's 1 for identification be shown to the witness.
Go ahead.
Officer Johnson, do you recognize what has been marked as People's 1 for identification?
Yes.
What do you recognize it to be?
It's a knife that I secured and vouchered on February 10th, 2024.
And is the knife in substantially the same condition as it was when you vouchered it on February 10th, 2024?
Yes.
And has there been any changes to it?
None at all.
Your Honors, I ask that People 1 for identification be moved into evidence.
Counsel?
No objections, Your Honor.
It's under evidence.
One final question for you, Officer Johnson. What did you do after you recovered and vouchered the knife?
I then went on to interview Francis Goodwill, who was an eyewitness on the scene, and then after that, I went to Lincoln Hospital.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading question.
Allow it.
Excuse me?
Complete your answer if you're not done.
After I went to Lincoln Hospital, I then went on to interview the victim, Bobby McShannon.
Thank you, Officer Johnson. Your Honors, I have no further questions.
On the next witness? Oh, I'm sorry, cross-examination.
Your Honor, question brought forward.
Yes.
Your Honor, may I proceed?
Yes.
You were patrolling the southbound number 2 train, correct?
Correct.
Did you see any of the events leading up to the altercation/robbery?
No.
So you didn't see my client take the money in efforts to de-escalate the situation?
No.
When you entered the train, you said freeze to both Danny Smith and Joe Morris, correct?
Correct.
And you saw Joe Morris sitting beside Bobby McShannon, correct?
Correct, and Danny standing over her.
But Joe Morris was the one who was sitting beside her, right?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Yes.
Correct.
You saw that Joe Morris had a knife to Bobby McShannon's side, correct?
Correct.
Did you at all see Danny Smith hold the knife at any point?
No, but she was standing over the victim.
Your Honor, can you please instruct the witness to answer in a yes or no format?
Objection, Your Honor. My witness should be able to answer freely.
Please answer the question. Start with
Can you please repeat that?
Did you at all see Danny Smith hold a knife at any point?
No.
After you said freeze, Joe Morris stabbed Bobby McShann, correct?
Correct.
So did you see my client, Danny Smith, harm or injure Bobby McShann in any way?
Not physically.
Then Danny Smith and Joe Morris ran out of the train, correct?
Correct. They ran together.
Is it illegal for someone to run away from the police?
If instructed to, yes.
So you didn't see Danny Smith do anything illegal?
I thought he was involved with the crime by standing over the victim.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I ask that people's wanted evidence be retrieved.
You wish to show it to someone?
Excuse me?
For what purpose?
There's no further questions.
The people called to the witness stand, Francis Goodwill.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. In a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
Francis Goodwill. Francis Goodwill. Goodwill.
Please state your address. Witness has been sworn.
Good afternoon, Ms. Goodwill.
Good afternoon.
What, if any, is your current occupation?
I am a computer analyst.
Directing your attention to February 10th, 2024, at approximately 3:30 p.m. Where were you at that date and time?
I was going home on the southbound number 2 train.
At what train station did you first board the train car?
I boarded the train at Allerton Avenue train station.
About how many people were in the train car when you first boarded?
About 10 people.
What happened after you boarded the train car?
On Pelham Parkway, I saw 2 individuals board the train with about 30 teenagers.
Do you see any of those individuals in court today?
Yes.
Who do you see?
I see Danny Smith.
Can you please point to them and identify an article of clothing they are wearing?
They are over there, on the far end of the table with the orange jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
It does.
Ms. Goodwill, you testified that you saw the defendant and another individual board the train. Do you know the name of the second individual?
Yes, his name is Joe Morris.
Ms. Goodwill, do you know the defendant or Joe Morris?
I don't know Joe. I've seen Danny from the neighborhood. I've seen him at the YMCA. I think he does volunteer work there.
How sure are you that he does volunteer work?
I'm not positive.
Directing your attention back to February 10th, 2024. Did there ever come a time where the defendant and Joe Morris walked past you?
Yes. After we left 180th train station, they walked past me about to the end of the train car.
What happened after they walked to the end of the train car?
They approached the victim.
Who is the victim?
Bobby McShann.
What happened next?
Joe Morris had a knife to her left side, and Danny Smith was preventing her from standing up. And I think I've seen that Joe Morris had asked the victim for money.
Your Honor, I ask that people's wanted evidence be shown to the witness.
Yes, you may.
Ms. Goodwill, do you recognize what's marked as people's wanted evidence?
Yes, this is the knife Joe had that day.
Ms. Goodwill, what else did you observe on February 10th, 2024?
When we got to 149th Street Station, I saw an officer board the train ordering the 2 boys to freeze. The victim was left stabbed on the floor and both of the boys fled the scene, and Danny still had Bobby McShann's $20.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Permission to walk freely?
Yes.
Did you get on the Allerton Avenue station?
Yes.
Did you board the train with Joe Morris? Did you see Danny Smith and Joe Morris board the train at the same time?
Yes.
Did they board the Pelham Parkway station?
Yes.
Did you see Danny Smith and Joe Morris board the train with Bobby McShann at the same time?
No.
Did you see any weapons?
Yes.
Was this weapon a switchblade?
Yes.
Did you see the stabbing of Mr. McShann?
Yes.
Were you 5 to 6 feet away from the stabbing?
About.
Did you see Danny Smith make any social or physical contact with Mr. McSham?
Can you please repeat that?
Did you see Danny make any contact with Mr. McSham?
When he took her $20, yes.
There was around 20 people in the subway car, correct?
Correct.
Was there enough people to see the crime occur?
About.
Was there enough people for someone to help Mr. McSham in this event?
Yes, but nobody wanted to get stabbed.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The people called to the witness stand, Bobby McSham.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. In a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
Bobby McSham. BOBBYMCSHAM.
Witness has been sworn.
Your Honors, may I inquire?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Bobby.
Good afternoon.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
What is the name of your high school?
I go to Green High School.
Directing your attention to February 10th, 2024, where were you that day at approximately 3:30 p.m.?
I was on the southbound number 2 train on my way home from school.
Who, if anyone, was with you?
I was alone.
What, if anything, happened?
I was approached by 2 individuals and got stabbed and robbed of $20.
Do you see any of the individuals in court today?
Yes.
Who do you see?
I see Danny Smith.
Can you please point to her and identify her by an article of clothing she is wearing?
She's at the far end of the table wearing the orange jumpsuit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Yes.
Redirecting your attention to February 10th, 2024, how did you feel when the 2 individuals approached you?
I was terrified. They're both larger than me, and I had recognized Joe from before.
When you say they were larger than you, what do you mean exactly?
The defendant is approximately 6'2" and 170 pounds, and Joe is about 5'7" and 150 pounds.
And why do you say you recognize Joe from before?
I have a friend, Shorty, who robbed him a while back.
What, if anything, did you have to do with that?
I had nothing to do with it. It was all Shorty.
What happened next?
After Joe had approached me, he sat down next to me with a knife to my left side.
And how did that make you feel?
I was petrified. I thought I was gonna die.
What happened next?
Joe had said to me, "I told you you were gonna see me again," when I tried to explain that it was Shorty that had robbed him, not me.
What, if anything, happened next?
Joe demanded the money that Shorty had taken from him, and I gave it to the defendant, Danny.
Did you ever get your money back?
No.
Your Honor, I ask that what is in evidence at People's 1 be shown to the witness at this time.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't look at this.
One final question. At any point during this conflict, did Danny Smith ever leave Joe Morris's side?
No, they both ran away together.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Your Honor, citizens of Thurgood.
Yes.
Mrs. Meehan, how are you today?
I'm nervous.
Makes sense, you're in the courtroom. Thank you so much. On February 10, 2024, you were riding the southbound number 2 train, correct?
Yes.
And on this train, you were approached by 2 people.
Yes.
Is it true that the smaller man, Joe, pulled a blade on you?
Yes.
Did my client, Danny Smith, threaten you in any way? And if so, please describe how.
He was intimidating me by standing over me while Joe sat next to me.
Now, did my client, Danny Smith, tell Joe to, and I will quote, "leave you alone and let's get out of here"?
Objection, hearsay.
Yes.
Would you mind holding the end of this tape measure for me?
Objection, Your Honor. The tape measure hasn't been shown to opposing counsel.
So now would you mind holding it for me?
Please move it a bit closer because it's not.
Of course. You could just grab. And so in your preliminary interview, you said that my client, Danny Smith, before reaching in to take the money, was 5 to 6 feet away from you. Is this correct?
Yes.
So right now I have 5 feet and 6 inches measured out. Let the record reflect that this, from me to the witness, is about 5 feet and 6 inches.
We do not stipulate. We haven't seen that it's 5 feet.
Would you like to approach and take a look?
Of course.
We stipulate.
You could let go now. I'll take it. Oh, sorry. Now you say that Danny Smith was on the train with you for 9 stations, correct?
Yes.
And he only reached in to take the money at the station before he left the train, correct?
Yes.
So can you confirm to me that he was blocking you when he was this far away from you?
I can confirm.
And was there anything obstructing your sides?
Please repeat that.
On your sides, if you were sitting down on the train, was there anything obstructing you either to your left or to your right?
Yes. Joe Morris was to my left.
To your right?
To my left.
To your right, was there anything obstructing you?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Oh. Deborah.
Your Honor, the people rest.
Your Honor, we would like to call witness Gene Higgins to the stand.
You may.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. In a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
Gene Higgins. Jeanhiggin.
Witness has been sworn.
You may proceed, counselor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. Why are you testifying today?
I'm a teacher at Danny Smith School.
What type of teacher are you?
I'm a faculty advisor for the Students for Alternative Dispute Resolution Program.
What do the students for ADR do?
We solve conflicts between students.
How much is Danny involved in this organization?
She is very much involved.
What type of student is Danny?
She's an excellent student who solves conflicts between students and also tutors younger students.
How long have you known Danny?
4 years.
Tell me about Danny Smith.
She's an excellent student who goes above and on for others.
Your Honors, at this time we would like to mark this as defense exhibit number 1.
So, Mark,
Can I show it to person counsel?
you may.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
I hand you has been marked as defense exhibit 1 for our identification. What is this?
This is a certificate of excellence that Danny Smith received.
In your experience, what kind of students get this sort of award?
Students who are excellent in their skill to go above and beyond for others in displaying leadership.
Where have you seen this award before?
When I gave it to Danny Smith.
Your Honor, at this time we would like to mark defense exhibit number 1 into evidence.
Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor. May I voir dire the witness?
You may.
Mr. Higgins, is there a signature on their certificate?
No.
When was their certificate given?
Do not know.
Your Honors, I object this item coming into evidence. The defense has not laid a proper foundation for its introduction into evidence. The certificate has no date, and we can't be sure the certificate is authentic.
Your Honor, I would like to say that the witness, Gene Higgins, has identified that he gave it to the defendant, Danny Smith.
I'll admit the evidence.
Defense exhibit 1 so marked into evidence.
Moving to the events of February 10th, 2024. Are you aware of the events that happened that day that led up to this trial?
Yes,
How did you learn about these events?
through a conversation with Danny Smith.
What did you observe about the character after these events?
Her behavior was very unusual, not like her usual self.
In your opinion, does Danny Smith have the character to commit these crimes?
No,
In your opinion, does Danny Smith deserve to be in jail?
no, she's innocent.
Thank you for your time. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
You may.
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. I'm going to ask you a series of questions which are mainly designed for a yes or no response. Please answer with a yes or no. If you don't understand my question, please let me know and I will rephrase it. Do you think you can do that?
Yes,
You work as a teacher at Green High School, correct?
yes,
You testified that you were a faculty advisor for a program the defendant participates in, correct?
yes,
You also testified that you awarded Danny Smith with a certificate for demonstrating leadership in this program, right?
yes,
Does having situation resolution skills mean that a person cannot commit a crime?
no,
And isn't it true that you did not witness any of the events that happened February 10th, 2024?
yes.
Excuse me?
Upon silent, please. Repeat the question, Counselor.
Isn't it true that you did not witness the events that happened on February 10th, 2024?
Yes.
Your Honors, I have no further questions.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call Joe Morris to the stand, and we ask that one of the bailiffs score the privilege.
Please remain standing. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. At a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
Joe Morris, Joemorris.
Witness has just one.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Morris, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
And so what is your occupation?
I am in prison right now.
Could you tell me how long you're serving your prison sentence?
I am serving 8 years.
Turning your mind back to February 10th, 2024, where were you at approximately 3:30 p.m.?
I was coming home from school.
How were you getting home from school that day?
I was taking the train,
Could you tell me what train?
the southbound number 2 train,
At which station did you enter the train?
Pelham Parkway Station.
Who, if anybody, was with you when you boarded that train?
Danny Smith.
Can you elaborate more on what happened after you boarded the train?
After we boarded the train, I saw someone at the rear end of the car that I had interest in, so I went over to this person.
Would you please tell the courtroom who that person is?
This person was Bobby McShann.
Maybe by an article of clothing, could you please describe Bobby McShann in the courtroom?
She is sitting third in the first row.
When you saw Bobby McShann, why did you approach her?
Because she owed me money.
If at all, do you remember why she owed you money?
Yes, her and her friend Shorty robbed me.
Did you tell my client Danny Smith prior to entering the train about your dealings with Mrs. McShann?
No, not at all.
Do you know if Danny had any dealings with Mrs. McShann?
Objection beyond the scope of this witness.
Overruled. I'll allow the question.
Please state the question again.
Do you know if Danny had any prior dealings with Mrs. McShann?
No, not at all. This is only my fight.
What, if anything, did you do to Mrs. McShann when you boarded the train?
When I went over to her, I pulled out a switchblade when I got near her.
Your Honor, permission to approach the witness with what has been marked and brought into evidence as People's Exhibit A.
Seeing no objections, you may.
Mr. Morris, what do you recognize this to be?
This is the switchblade that I threatened and stabbed Bobby McShann with.
Did you tell Danny that you had this knife with you?
No.
Did Danny ever touch this knife?
No, not at all.
What did Danny Smith do during the altercation?
She stood beside me and told me multiple times, so let's get out of here.
Who grabbed the money?
Danny Smith, but only because I told her to.
What happened when the police officer ran onto the train?
We fled the scene.
No further questions, Your Honor. And could I please retrieve?
Amen.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I inquire?
Absolutely. You may.
Good afternoon, Joe Morris.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions that are mainly designed for yes or no responses. Please answer in a yes or no format. If you do not understand my question, please let me know and I will rephrase it. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
Mr. Morris, isn't it a fact you are testifying on behalf of your friend Danny Smith?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact Danny accompanied you on February 10th, 2022 on the number 2 train?
Yes.
Your intention was to confront Bobby, and that's why you approached her, right?
Yes.
Danny accompanied you to approach Bobby, right?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact that Danny stayed with you after visibly seeing you with a weapon?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact that you stabbed the victim, Bobby McShann?
Yes, I did.
Isn't it a fact that Danny stayed with you while you stabbed Bobby McShann?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact that Danny never gave back the money to Bobby?
Please repeat the question.
Isn't it a fact that Danny never gave the money back to Bobby?
Yes.
Objection beyond the scope of this witness.
I'll permit the question. Go ahead.
Would you like me to repeat it?
No, I answered it.
Isn't it a fact that you and Danny both fled the scene together?
Yes, we did.
Thank you. No further questions.
Your Honor, defense will call Danny Smith to stand.
Yes, you may.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated. In a loud and clear voice, please state and spell your name.
My name is Danny Smith, D-A-N-N-Y. My last name Smith, S-M-I-T-H.
Witness has been sworn.
You may proceed, counsel.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you please tell the court why you're here today?
I'm here to testify the events that occurred on February 10th, 2024.
What is your occupation?
I am a student.
Do you participate in any other activities outside of school, if any?
Yes.
What are those? What is your involvement with any of those activities?
I participate in an after-school club called the Alternative Dispute Resolution.
Your Honor, I would now like to retrieve defense exhibit 1 in evidence.
Yes, you may.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm now showing you what has been marked as Defense Exhibit 1 for evidence. Do you recognize this item?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
I'll permit the question. Go ahead.
Would you like me to repeat the question?
Sure.
Do you recognize this item?
Yes.
What is this item?
This is the certificate that I earned for my excellence in this club.
Thank you. Turning your mind back to February 10th, 2024, where were you at approximately 3:30 p.m.?
I was on my way home from school.
How are you getting home that day?
The train.
What train did you board that afternoon?
The southbound number 2 train.
At what stop did you get on the southbound number 2 train?
Pelham Parkway.
Who, if anyone, did you board the train with?
I boarded the train with my former friend, Joe Morris.
How did you know the person you boarded with, if at all?
He was my former friend from school.
Can you elaborate more on what happened after you boarded the train?
Once we both boarded the train, he told me he had to go talk to somebody.
Objection, Your Honor. Move to strike hearsay from the answer.
Overruled. You can answer.
So you can repeat the question?
It's okay. So after he told me he needed to go talk to somebody, we walked over to Bobby McShann, and I didn't know who he was at the time.
Do you see Bobby McShann in the courtroom today?
Objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
Leading.
Overruled.
Can you please point them out?
She is right there wearing the black blazer.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the defendant has identified the witness.
So recognized.
In your own words, can you describe the events that occurred after you walked down to the end of the train?
Once we walked over to Bobby McShann, I didn't know who she was, so I just stood there not really knowing what was about to happen. So then Joe Morris pulled out a switchblade and demanded...
Objection, Your Honor. Narrative.
I'll allow it. I'll give some leeway. You may proceed.
And Joe Morris demanded for this money that she owed him, but I didn't understand what money, so I just stood there in confusion.
At this point, can you describe approximately how far away you were from the victim?
About 5 to 6 feet.
What did you do when she approached the victim with anything?
I tried to break up the altercation using my alternative dispute resolution skills by telling Joe Morris, "Stop, let's get out of here." And I tried my best to get him to leave, but he just wouldn't listen to me.
Can you explain what happened after that?
After that, he pulled out a switchblade, and the police walked onto the train and yelled, "Freeze." I'm sorry. I'm blanking out right now. It was just I was so scared at the time. My apologies. First, Bobby McShann pulled out a $20 bill, and with Joe Morris holding the switchblade, which was 9 inches, he told me to take it.
Did the victim say anything to you when you took the money?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Overruled. You can answer.
She also told me to take the money.
Why did you take the money?
I thought that if I took the money, I would be helping Bobby McShann, and if I took the money, then Joe would stop and leave Bobby McShann alone. And also because Joe Morris was holding the 9-inch switchblade, and he told me to take it, not knowing what he could have done to me if I didn't take it.
How far away were you from the victim when you took the money from her?
About 2 to 3 feet.
Your Honor, sorry. What did you do after the officer came in?
Once the officer ran onto the train, I ran regretfully, not knowing what to do.
How do you feel about the upcoming consequences of your actions, if there are any?
I don't think I'm guilty. I didn't know what was going to happen on that train, and I didn't help Joe Morris in any way. I didn't intend for...
Objection, Your Honor. Narrative.
Can I please finish my sentence?
I will permit you to finish.
I didn't intend for Bobby McShann to get hurt that day, and I didn't want him to get hurt.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Your Honor, may I inquire?
You may.
Good afternoon, Ms. Smith.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions that are mainly designed for a yes or no response. Please respond in a yes or no format. If you do not hear my question, please ask me to repeat it. If you don't understand my question, please ask me to phrase it. Do you think you can do that?
Yes.
You previously testified that you and Joe Morris were on the southbound number 2 train on February 10th of 2024, correct?
That's correct.
And Joe went to the other side of the train car to confront Bobby McShann, correct?
Yes.
And you in fact followed him to the other side of the train car, correct?
Yeah.
And when Joe Morris pulled out the knife, you were standing in front of the victim, correct?
Can you repeat that?
When Joe Morris pulled out the knife, you weren't standing in front of the victim, correct?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I don't understand your question.
When Joe Morris pulled out the 9-inch switchblade, you were standing in front of the victim, Bobby McShann, correct?
No, I was just standing. I didn't mean to be standing in front of her in any way.
And when Bobby McShann took out a $20 bill, who did he hand it to?
He held it out in front of me.
And you took the money, correct?
Yes, because Joe Morris told me to, and so did Bobby McShann.
Your Honor, I ask you that you strike everything after yes from the answer.
Okay, granted.
And when
The jury is to disregard what was stricken.
And when you fled the scene, you fled with the $20, correct?
Yes.
Even after hearing Joe Morris yell freeze to you, correct?
No, Joe Morris did not yell freeze. It was the police officer.
Oh, I'm sorry. And when you fled home, you were arrested, correct?
Can you repeat that?
When you fled to your home, you were arrested, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, beyond the fact pattern.
I'll permit the question.
Would you like me to repeat it?
No, I said yes.
And you never returned the $20, did you?
No, I don't have it.
And you were never verbally nor physically threatened to take the money, correct?
No, incorrect. Joe Morris told me to take the money.
Objection, Your Honor, failure to lay a proper foundation.
Overruled. You could ask the question.
And you never returned the $20, did you?
No.
And you never went to a police station to turn yourself in, correct?
No.
Thank you, Your Honors. I have no further questions.
No, Your Honor, the defense rests its case.
We want to make any closing remarks?
Your Honor, permission to walk forward.
Please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Mary Crane, and along with my co-counsel, John Borelli and Luke Southworth, we are here to represent the defendant, Danny Smith. You have now heard all of the evidence, several prosecution witnesses and several defense witnesses. I can assure you now that all that points to one truth. Danny Smith is innocent. I would like to remind you that the prosecution has the burden of proof. This means that they must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Danny Smith intended to be there on that train. Danny Smith was charged with 4 things: assault in the first degree, robbery in the first degree, criminal possession of stolen property in the 5th degree, and petty larceny. Robbery in the first degree states that a person is guilty when he or she forcibly steals property. Danny Smith only took the money because she was instructed to by a guy with a knife and by the victim himself. Also, Danny Smith did not threaten Bobby McShann in hopes of taking the money. This next charge is assault in the first degree. This charge states that a person is guilty when they cause serious harm or injury to another person. However, Joe Morris and Bobby McShann have both testified that Joe Morris was the one who assaulted Bobby McShann. The third charge, criminal possession of stolen property in the fifth degree, states that a person is guilty when he or she knowingly possesses stolen property. Yes, Danny Smith took the money, but he only did this in hopes of de-escalating the situation and protecting Bobby McShann. The final charge is petty larceny. A person commits petty larceny when they take someone else's property. Danny Smith was instructed to take the money. Because that is the only reason why she took the money. The final thing I'd like to address is the topic of Danny Smith running away from a police officer. Danny Smith did not intend to follow Joan Morris, but simply ran because she was scared of a police officer. Also, it is not illegal for someone to run away from a police officer, so please, do not hold Danny accountable for something that was just an impulse decision. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you start to think about whether my client is innocent or guilty, I would like you to consider all of that. I would also like to restate what I said earlier. The prosecution has the burden of proof. So, if you have any doubts whether my client intended to be there that day, please vote innocent. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I proceed? Your Honor, may I approach the jury box? Good afternoon, Your Honors, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The people have been able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Danny Smith is guilty of the stabbing and the robbery of Bobby McShann on February 10th of 2024. You have heard and seen the evidence in this case. At this time, I would like to review with you the evidence, and you will see that the people have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Danny Smith is guilty. You heard from Ms. Goodwill, who testified how she saw Joe and Danny enter the train car together. She also testified how she saw Joe with a knife to the victim's side and the defendant blocking her path. You heard the same corroborating testimony from the victim herself, Ms. McShann. She told you how scared she was with the defendant blocking her path. I submit that this was not an accident. This was not the case where the defendant was scared of Joe. I submit that it was a deliberate act and choice of the defendant to stay on the train, to take the money, and to block the victim's path from safety for not one train stops, not two train stops, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not even 8, but 9. 9 stops is way more than enough time to reflect, to think, and to come up with a peaceful resolution to end the situation. Especially for someone with conflict resolution skills. You also heard from Police Officer Johnson, upon entering the train car, he yelled for both of them to freeze. Both of them did in fact not freeze, and they ran out the train car. And you heard from the defendant himself that she ran out the train car with the $20, which he never returned and was never verbally or physically threatened to take. I want you to think for a moment and ask yourself this. If the defendant was so innocent, why would he run? The evidence has shown beyond a reasonable doubt that this defendant was an active and willing participant in the crime. And the people have been able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Danny Smith is guilty of the stabbing and the robbery of Bobby McShann on February 10th of 2024. Therefore, the people ask of this, that the only verdict possible is guilty. Thank you.
Come to order.
Members of the jury, it's now my duty to charge you with the law that controls this case. You've heard all the evidence. The defendant is charged with robbery in the first degree, assault in the first degree, criminal possession of stolen property in the fifth degree, and petty larceny. Our law recognizes that two or more individuals can act jointly to commit a crime, and that in certain circumstances, each can be held criminally liable for the acts of the other. In that situation, those persons can be said to be acting in concert with each other. Our law defines the circumstances under which one person may be criminally liable for the conduct of another. That definition is as follows. When one person engages in conduct which constitutes an offense, another is criminally liable for such conduct when acting with the state of mind required for the commission of that offense. He or she solicits, requests, commands, importunes, or intentionally aids such person to engage in such conduct. Under that definition, mere presence at the scene of a crime, even with knowledge that crime has taken place, or mere association with the perpetrator of a crime, does not by itself make a defendant criminally liable for that crime. Therefore, in order for the defendant, Danny Smith, to be criminally liable for the conduct of Joe Morris, which constitutes an offense, you must find beyond a reasonable doubt, one, that on February 10, 2024, the defendant, Danny Smith, solicited, requested, commanded, importuned, or intentionally aided Joe Morris in criminal conduct. And two, that the defendant, Danny Smith, did so with the state of mind required for the commission of the offense. Reasonable doubt is a doubt based on reason and common sense. Now I will instruct you on the charges. The first count is robbery in the first degree. In order for you to find Danny Smith guilty of this crime, the people are required to prove from all the evidence in the case, beyond a reasonable doubt, that on February 10, 2024, in the county of the Bronx, Danny Smith, while acting in concert with Joe Morris, forcibly stole property, to wit, $20 United States currency, that in the course of the commission of the crime or the immediate flight therefrom, Danny Smith or another participant in the crime was armed with a deadly weapon, to wit, a knife. The second count is assault in the first degree. In order for you to find Danny Smith guilty of assault in the first degree, the people are required to prove from all the evidence in the case beyond a reasonable doubt that on February 10, 2024, in the county of the Bronx, Danny Smith, acting in concert with Joe Morris, caused serious physical injury to Bobby McShann by means of a deadly weapon, to wit, a knife, with the intent to cause serious physical injury to Bobby McShann. Consider the third and fourth counts only if you find Danny Smith not guilty of the first count, robbery in the first degree. The third count is criminal possession of stolen property in the fifth degree. In order for you to find Danny Smith guilty of this crime, the people are required to prove from all the evidence in the case beyond a reasonable doubt that on February 10, 2024, in the county of the Bronx, Danny Smith, acting in concert with Joe Morris, knowingly possessed stolen property, to wit, $20 United States currency, with the intent to benefit himself, herself, or a person other than the owner of the property, or to impede the recovery of the property by the owner. The fourth count is petty larceny. In order to find the defendant guilty of petty larceny, the people are required to prove from all the evidence in the case beyond a reasonable doubt that on February 10, 2024, in the county of the Bronx, Danny Smith, acting in concert with Joe Morris, wrongfully took, obtained, or withheld property, to wit, $20 United States currency, from Bobby McShann, and that Danny Smith did so with the intent to deprive Bobby McShann of the property, to wit, $20 United States currency, or to appropriate the property, to wit, $20 United States currency, to herself or to a third party. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that concludes my instructions to you. We await your verdict. Officer, please escort the jurors out of court.
All right, jury exiting.
You may be seated.
You may be seated.
Will the foreperson please stand? As to count one, how do you find the defendant Danny Smith? Not guilty. As to count two, how do you find the defendant Danny Smith? Not guilty. Your Honor, the verdict has been read. Sorry. As to count three, how do you find the defendant Danny Smith? Guilty. As to count four, how do you find the defendant Danny Smith? Guilty. Your Honor, the verdict has been read.
Quiet in the audience. Quiet in the audience.
So thank you all. I want to start out, and we're all going to tell you a little bit. We were very impressed with all of you. It's really hard to believe that you're 8th graders. It would have been a little hard to believe you were high schoolers. If you were a college mock trial team, I would have thought you were really pretty good. So you should all be very impressed with yourselves and proud of yourselves, I think. You demonstrated great fluency with the facts of the case and with the law that controls things and the rules of evidence. It's really all quite very impressive. And I realize you've been doing this exercise for a while, but even so, really, a top-notch job by everybody. You should be. I hope you found this a rewarding experience. I know you must have put a lot of work into it, and it definitely shows. So, good job.
I also want to say what a spectacular job. I remember, well, I'd like to think I remember what I was like in 8th grade. It's eons ago. But let me tell you something. I could not have done what you've done when I was in your shoes. Hats off, great job. Let me tell you, it shows how much you prepared, how much, let me tell you something. I see attorneys quite often, they don't come as prepared as you do. So keep up the great work, you have a bright future ahead of you. And I'll just say this, don't let anyone tell you you can't do this. No, the answer is yes you can, and you will. There is no doubt in our mind that you will succeed in your careers. Have a wonderful summer.
So I have the great pleasure of not only sitting next to two spectacular jurists here today, but I also had the pleasure of watching these two teams evolve over the course of this competition. It's been remarkable, and it's really a credit not only to your parents, your family, your coaches, and your teachers in your school, but really this is what the program is all about. Right? And you all knocked it out of the park. You really did. And you deserve another round of applause. So, there's quite a few other 8th grade teams that were here today. And I recognize a lot of you, and I understand that you all didn't make the finals here today. But I will say that your contribution to this program is equally as important. I mean, iron sharpens iron. And you can tell that here because they had to go through a lot of schools in order to be here today, all right? And it's testament to everybody that's here. Everybody in this competition did a spectacular job. And thank you, and I hope you all continue to come back to the Bronx Supreme Court. I hope you continue to be involved in this competition because when students come back years later, and then they're like Edward who spoke earlier, I mean, giving forward and paying this forward is what it's all about. All right? So congratulations again. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and echo a nice summer.
Join me in giving a round of applause to our judges.
All right, as we start things back up, what a great competition. Because I was out here helping set up, I didn't get a chance to see both of the competitions, so I want to know, is Chris Rouse going home or is he going to jail? I don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know. What about Danny Smith? Is Danny Smith going to jail or is he going home? All right, what a great competition. The judges were excited. They tallied their scores. I had a chance to look at the scores. I do have the winners. But before I announce the winners, I just want to give a couple more shout outs to those who make this program successful. I really got to give a shout out to our courtroom coordinators who are volunteers who act like clerks in the courtroom. If you look in the program, it's too many names for me to read. So all the courtroom coordinators, can you raise your hand? If you coordinated, let's give them a big round of applause. Lakeisha, thank you for the excellent job you did as the head of the courtroom coordinators. As you see all the people in uniform, the court officers, I really want to thank all of the court officers. You really helped give this competition a sense of realism. The students really appreciate what you do for them in the courtroom. So thanks again to all the court officers. I have a special thank you who was with us, who's a judge. He's retired. He retired last year, so you guys probably know who I'm talking about. But he was with us when we started the program way back in 1999. Judge Kenneth Thompson, who was Judge Elizabeth Taylor's judge. Judge Taylor was his court attorney for many years, and he helped us walk us through this process. So thank you, Judge Thompson, and welcome back. We know we miss you. Uh-oh, my boss is coming again. My boss is coming. Shh. Okay. All right. Now, before I give out the special awards, we got the Best Witness Award. So the Best Witness are going to get some special prizes I'm going to tell you guys about in a second. The Best Advocates, in addition to the scholarship that you won, we got some special gifts for you as well. But every student will receive a gift prize. So at the end of the competition, as you guys get your lunch, we're going to direct the teachers over to get their gift prizes. Just so you know, through the contributions we receive from our various sponsors and from the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees is a huge sponsor of this program. In fact, the championship teams, the two winning teams, will get a chance to go on the field at Yankee Stadium on July 8th is the game. So, wow, that's a big deal. So just so you guys know, the winning team will receive the traveling trophy. They keep that in the school for 1 year, and they will receive a plaque that they keep in the school permanently. They will also receive a $100 Macy's gift card. And like I mentioned, they will be recognized on the pregame ceremony at Yankee Stadium on July 8th. So we got a lot at stake here. The runner-up team, the second place team, will receive a $50 Macy's gift card and tickets to the New York Yankees game on July 8th. All right. I'm trying to stall out here. I'm trying to wait for the borough president to come down to give us some kind words. But, oh, the borough president is here, just in time. I was just about to announce the best witnesses. But before I do that, our borough president, the Honorable Vanessa Gibson, who is a big supporter of the program, who makes this room possible to have every year. Let's give it a big round of applause for the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How is everyone feeling today? Are you energized? Yeah. Did you have a good time today? All right. If you represent the Bronx, make some noise. Yeah. We love this. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today. I am Bronx Borough President Vanessa L. Gibson, and I welcome all of our students to the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Final Competition Closing Ceremony. Oh, we have prizes. We're going to announce the winners, right? We're going to announce the winners?
Not yet.
Okay, I can't announce the winners? Judge McShann said I can't announce the winners. Well, how about everybody's a winner, right? Everybody is a winner. Is that okay, judges? Judges, that's okay? That's okay to say we're all winners, right? That's good. So I just want to encourage all of you and just say thank you for being a part of this incredible program. The Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program is for all of you. It is to give all of our young people a positive introduction to the judicial system. I want to make sure all of you can see your dreams and all of your possibilities. You can become a judge, a court officer, you can be a court clerk, an attorney, you can do anything you want to do, right? Yes. And all of these amazing judges who are here have been a part of this incredible program over the years. So I want to acknowledge our founder. Years ago, I met this incredible young woman. She and I have been friends for years. I won't tell you how long, because I'm not dating myself. But she is such an amazing source of encouragement and inspiration. She's a role model, and it was her idea to come up with this program to make sure that young people could see possibilities, that you could all see your dreams no matter what. So I want you to show your love for our judge, Elizabeth Taylor. Woo! We love you, Judge Taylor. Yes. Thank you so much. You get a standing ovation, Judge, for your years of service. We love you, and we say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, we hope that you had a great experience. And as your borough president, I am here to encourage all of you to keep going. Take advantage of internships. Take advantage of volunteering. Make sure that you use every opportunity possible if it aligns with your goals and your interests. Whatever it is that you want to be the best version of you. There is no one else that can be you. We want you to be ambitious, bold, courageous, driven, determined, exceptional, and fearless leaders, right? You represent the Bronx. You represent our borough. And we are here to invest in all of you. As the Bronx Borough President, I am proud of the Bronx. I am proud of how far we have come. Many people have often counted the Bronx out. But let me tell you, young people, when someone counts you out, you count yourself in as a winner representing greatness. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something, but you show them better than you tell them, right? That's our message in the Bronx. We are here every day, young people, to show up for you in a real way, to make sure that you are encouraged and inspired to be your very best. No matter what, every investment we make is an investment in your future, because we believe in all of you as leaders of today and tomorrow, right? Someone believed in me, and I can now stand before you as Bronx Borough President, as the first ever African American and female to serve as Bronx Borough President. How about that? And scholars, let me tell you, it feels good to say that, but guess what? While I am the first, I will not be the last, right? One of you will take over. So I say thank you for being a part of the Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program. To all of our participating schools, we say thank you. Can we give a round of applause to all of our judges and our attorneys and our court officers? We love you all. Thank you for believing in our young people. Thank you so much. You know what, Judge? This is how we do in the Bronx, right? Our Chief Justice is here, Rowan Wilson. Can we give all of our judges more love? Thank you, Judge McShann. You sure I can't announce the winner?
No.
I never had a judge say no to me.
Only me.
Wait, Judge, can I get an override? Can I get an override? No, just okay. Thank you, everyone. Make more noise. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here.
One more time for our Bronx Borough President. All right. Now, I know we are in the Bronx, but this program is citywide. We have schools from Manhattan. Where are the schools from Manhattan? Where are the schools from Manhattan? We have schools from the other borough they call Brooklyn. Is Brooklyn in the house? We have schools from Westchester. Westchester in the house. And I know we got schools from the Bronx. Is the Boogie Down in the house? All right. Let's get to the times that you guys were waiting for. I know I got my list here somewhere. I'm going to ask Darlene Dove Malave to come up to the stage. Our volunteer. Darlene, come on up. We're going to announce the best witnesses. So, the best witnesses will receive a JBL Live 675 NC wireless headphone set. I guess this is the rave for junior high school students now. All right. Are you guys ready for the best witness? Okay. All right. All right, let's start with the 7th grade best witness, who won this award. So just so you guys know, after each round, we asked the judges who judged the competition to identify the best advocates and the best witnesses. And through each round, we took a tally of who won those positions. You don't necessarily have to be in the finals, it's just whose name came up the most during the elimination rounds. And for this year, the 7th grade best witness is from the Stephen Decatur Middle School, 35, Adaya Van Dorn. Come on up, Adaya. Adaya won the best witness for each round. Congratulations. One more time for Adaya. All right, the 8th grade best witness is from the Epiphany School. And his name came up each round, Jack Lay. One more time for Jack. Great job. You know, we know the attorneys always get all the praise, but the witnesses are like the linemen for football team, right? Without the witnesses, the lawyers can't shine. So all the witnesses that participated in the program this year, let's give them a big round of applause. All right. Who's hungry? Anybody hungry? All right. Well, we can't eat until we find out who are the champions. So we're going to start with the 7th grade prosecution team, MS 180, Dr. Hale Williams, coached by Torrey Samuels. We're going to have that team come up on the stage using these steps. So the prosecution team from MS 180, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, come up, along with their coach, Torrey Samuels. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry, I was overruled again. We got to do the Best Advocate Award. I was so excited. I'm trying to find out who won the competition, and I forgot to announce the scholarship winners. So I'm going to have that team sit down one more time for me. We got to get our scholarship winners in. Yeah. My apologies. All right. Now, the Best Advocates, same process. After each round, the judge selects who they thought was the best attorney in the courtroom. And this person from the 7th grade, name came up her name was the only name that came up each time, and their team didn't even make it to the finals. So the Best Advocate this year for the 7th grade is from the Harriet Tubman Charter School, Angie Gomez. Where's Angie Gomez? What a phenomenal job. Come on up, Angie. Angie will receive a $3,700 scholarship. She will. Congratulations, Angie. Great job. Take a picture. Take a picture of this.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I did. One more time for Angie Gomez, our best advocate for the 8th grade. Yeah. I think out of all the years I've been doing this, for over 25 years, I think this is only the 3rd time that the best advocate came from the elimination round and not the final round. So congratulations, Angie, great job. All right, our 8th grade best advocate is from the final round. And they will also receive the $3,700 scholarship. And that student is from the Good Shepherd School, Mary Blast. Congratulations! Awesome job. Judge Taylor, come on up and take the picture. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to Mary Blast. All right, one more time for our best advocates. Angie Gomez and Amari Blast, congratulations. Now, both Angie and Amari will be attending the Bronx Bar Dinner this fall with their family members to receive their scholarship certificate. So I just want to congratulate you guys again. We'll see you guys in the summer as well, or in the fall as well. All right, we're getting the stage ready for our finalists. But before we do that, I have some great news, is that our presiding justice for the first department has arrived. We're gonna have her come up, and she's a Bronx, a daughter of the Bronx. She's from the Bronx Supreme Court. She's the presiding justice of the first department. Let's give her a big round of applause for our own, the Honorable Diane Renwick.
Good afternoon. I'm not going to take up much time because I know you all want to hear what's to come with all of the winners, but I just had to take the time to congratulate all of you for coming up. You are all winners, all in this room, because you understand the importance of participating, of learning, of putting in the hard work and the time to do better. And that's what you have chosen, to learn so that you can improve, so that you can be successful, because what you have learned from being here is that it takes hard work, it takes practice to get better and better and better at something, and you are starting at the right time. So I just want to congratulate all of you for putting in the very hard work over all of these weeks. You've seen what you started like, and now you have seen where you have arrived and the improvement that you've made. So congratulations, congratulations to each and every one of you, and to the teachers who have brought you here and spent so much time coaching. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. One more time for Judge Renwick. All right, the time we've been waiting for. This time I know I'm not getting ahead of myself, so I'm going to start with the 7th grade. I'm going to have the prosecution team from MS 180, Dr. Daniel Hell Williams, coached by Tori Samuels. Won't you guys take the stage? Come on up, the prosecution team. Let me get the defense team. You're going to take these stairs. Actually, guys, keep going. The defense team from MS 35, Stephen Decatur Middle School, coached by Judge Taylor's former court attorney, Lance Philadelphia, and their teacher, Miss Rodney. Let's bring the defense team up. I got a chance to look at the scores, and man, was I impressed. You guys did a phenomenal job. All right. This is where we find out if Chris Rouse goes home or is Chris Rouse going to jail. Who says home? Anybody say home? Who says jail? Anybody say jail? All right. This year champions of the 27th annual Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial Program for the 7th grade is the defense team from MS-35, Stephen Decatur Middle School. Congratulations. Congratulations. Chris Roush is going home. Good job, guys. Make sure you shake their hands. Those bags are for you. The bags behind you. You get a bag. You get your bag. Great job again. I feel like cheering like I won. Great job, guys. Great job. A lot of gifts in those bags, so make sure you get a bag. One more time for MS-35, our 7th grade champions. Make sure you guys shake hands. Shake hands. Shake hands. Great job, y'all. You all are champions. You all did a great job today. Congratulations for making it to the finals. Congratulations to the coach and our scholarship winner. Congratulations. Our best advocate, best witness. Congratulations again to MS-35. Brooklyn came to the Bronx and housed the Bronx. Congratulations, Brooklyn! Brooklyn in the house. Hey, it's a Bruce. Thanks, Mitch. Let them keep the trophy. Let them keep it until the end of the day. Oh, okay. All right. The 8th graders, the seniors. Let me get the prosecution team from Good Shepherd. Once you take these stairs over here, coached by Crystal Palmers of Oliveras and Victor Negron. Please come on up. Former court attorneys. What? Judge Bruce's court attorney. In our ADA. Both court attorneys now. Let's get the defense team from the Epiphany School. Why don't you guys come this way? Coached by Linda Wadings. Please come up, Coach Wadings. Another great competition. And every year it seems like the Epiphany School's in the finals. What's going on with that? Great job, guys. We got to get our bags ready. But what another close competition. Another close competition. The scores had to be checked and double checked. Are we ready? One more second. We got a couple more prize bags to get up on the stage. You guys are nervous? You guys are nervous? The winner is... Man, this reminds me of the time when I was in 8th grade, I'm telling you. Did I tell you guys I was an 8th grade champion? Did I ever tell you that story? You don't want to know that? All right. This year's winners, this year's champions of the 27th annual Thurgood Marshall Junior Mock Trial team is the prosecution team from Good Shepherd! Congratulations! Congratulations to Good Shepherds, the prosecution team. That means, Danny Smith, you're going to jail. Congratulations. Good job, guys. Make sure you shake hands. Get your bags, your prize bags from behind you. Good job. Make sure you get your bags, your prize bags. Make sure you shake hands. Make sure you shake hands. One more time for our champions, the prosecution team from Good Shepherd! Good job, guys.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Wow, what a competition! Again, we want to give our many thanks to all the volunteers, to all the judges, all the attorney coaches, especially our teachers, our principals. Thank you guys. Thanks for the principals for allowing us to bring this program to your schools. All the courtroom coordinators, thank you. Our IT staff, thank you guys for making this happen for us.